up, brother? Another week, man. We made it. Today we are, for the first time... Yeah, dude. Well, I didn't have time today, but I'll get the PlayStation set up and we'll do that whole thing with Splintered Fate. I've already got everything set up on Twitch. Oh, look, I got a notification that I'm live on Twitch. And we're also live on YouTube. Soon we'll also do Facebook. That'll be good. But welcome in, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good day, except for JC. We are on our road to Free Comic Book Day. We're on the road to Free Comic Book Day. We've got both shows that will be running on Free Comic Book Day up. No problem, Phoenix. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff, man. I hope you went well. Hope you had a great show.
Luckily, this is made somewhat easier because all of the current compilations.
Yeah, absolutely, JC. Yeah.
Comics usually only include.
Absolutely.
Issues, since those are the only issues that.
But also, like on Twitch, I have that we're streaming Splintered Fate. I was gonna say, if you want to do it now, we can walk through it. But let's do it after. We'll do it after, and then next show that you attend, we can do it. Well, we're gonna stream Splintered Fate, TMNT Splintered Fate, and we'll probably also do other TMNT games, but that'll be a new thing that we'll do for to kind of like kick off our Twitch. Today we won't play any video games. We'll do the normal, watch some TMNT history. Do you guys want me to run stuff or just listen to me talk the whole time? Just let me know. But yeah, we'll
especially for the early issues, because I don't know if
we'll start playing some TMNT games, and I don't know if you guys know Splintered Fate. It's cross-platform, up to 4 players can play. So I'll put the room code in the chat. If you guys have ever played Splintered Fate, you kind of join using a room code. And then anyone who's in the stream can join JC. I'm going to give it a try. I think I'll be able to hop in and out, kind of thing. With the way Splintered Fate's designed, I can just kind of pop out if I need to do, if I'm running stuff, and then I can hop back in, kind of thing. But that's going to be fun. We'll figure out how that's going to run. But yeah, today we're live on Whatnot, obviously, but also YouTube and Twitch. And like I said, we'll be doing some cool stuff like that. We've got both of our Free Comic Book Day shows up. We'll be going to Rochester, New Hampshire, because there's going to be a lot of Ninja Turtles guests there. And if you check out our Free Comic Book Day show, definitely bookmark it. We're doing one show the Thursday before Free Comic Book Day. We'll be live at Jetpack Comics in New Hampshire. I won't go over spiel how much they are sort of intertwined with Ninja Turtles history, but there's a long story short, it's going to be a great time. We'll shop the store on Thursday. They have a ton of Ninja Turtle stuff. I'll try to procure a bunch of cool stuff for you guys. And then Saturday, we're going to do the artist tables. You know, AC Farley, Steve Levine, Jim Lawson, Tom Waltz, Ben Bishop. There's going to be a lot of Turtle artists and writers there. So basically I'll live stream, and you guys can shop the artist tables too. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. It's gonna be we're gonna have a blast on Free Comic Book Day. Do you guys want me to run stuff? Sorry, I can just talk. But we're doing the.
Additionally, there's also 4 micro.
We're doing the social TMNT, looking for TMNT show today, where I just sit here and yap the whole time. But yeah, Free Comic Book Day is going to be a blast, for sure. I'm going to try.
Consider the story volume 1.
Huh.
So volume 1 is
buddy, check this out. You ever see these? The Killer Brew? Dude, there's 300 milligrams of caffeine in this bag, girl. And then obviously all the monster crap. So it's got like the million B vitamins, and I've had 2 of these today. But where's it say it? Hold on. Yeah, look. Some of these are out of print for the Ultimate Collection. 300 milligrams of caffeine. Like, your body can't even use that much caffeine. I had one. This is my second one. What's up, Ryan? Hope you're doing well, dude.
And so basically that's going to include every canon issue from Volume 1, the micro series, the 7 Tales of the Team.
Run the Monster Killer Brew. Half drunk.
The stuff written by Smith and Laird. There are a few canon issues in Volume 1 that aren't written by
That's fun.
Laird. These are issues 13, 27.
Not the craziest thing someone's asked me to run. People always ask me to run my dog.
And so these aren't going to be included.
Like, she's runner,
If you're gonna go
she's
the
cute.
collection route, the best
Pretty sure
way
it's against terms of service.
27, 28, and 45
No.
through 46
No, you're
would be through
you're,
another compendium series called
our
TMNT
lonely moderator.
Classics. 13 is contained in Volume 1. 27 and 28 are contained in Volume 3. And then 40.
No. Oh, I said hi. Oh, that's funny. I said hi, Orion. Orion Pax popped in. It's a good dude.
Because, I'm talking about all these volumes, and yet these are all just Volume 1. Which is why on screen you're going to see this graphic where everything I'm explaining and perhaps not explaining super well is going to be written out. So if you're ever not understanding what I'm saying, just consult the graphic that I have on screen. The second part of the story is much shorter. It's only 13 issues. And this is what is considered Volume 2. Volume 2 is not.
So I was up all night last night trying to get all this stuff to work. Did you see any notifications from me this morning? I ran like 2 or 3 test shows because I don't think the private shows. I had to test the streams and see if they worked, and then also test the notification bots I set up in Discord to see if they worked. Oh crap! I'm supposed to be talking about the Discord giveaways. Yeah, whatever.
13 issues.
I got time.
And so probably the best way is going to be an upcoming.
Okay, we're in. Okay, that's fine. I thought you guys would all wake up and be like, "Why was looking for TMNT on at 4 o'clock in the morning?"
It's released for $6 and it's coming out in February. Failing that,
see that it's already putting in work. It's already doing work for us. It's everyone. If you get some chuckles out of it, it's a job well done as far as I'm concerned. There he is. There he is.
And the penciling is done by Jim Moss. So there's a little weirdness where the rights concerning this one.
My dude.
Almost like a shared race between Peter Laird and then the new
Oh yeah.
And then
gang's all here.
It had declining popularity as it was coming out.
Most of the gang, anyway.
As we get into later, it's unfinished and it's probably not finished. These comics have never actually been reprinted, the Volume 4 comics. So in all honesty, if you want to read these, your options are way overpay for them.
So yeah, we're watching this dude today, and he's kind of going over the history. I like to have his history videos. That's my thing right now. That's my kick I'm on. Oh no, my case is
how I mentioned.
Whoop.
The series starts out as a parody.
It's up there, bro.
It doesn't stay.
It's a little precarious.
So it never really fully gets rid of its silliness. But by the time we get to this story arc in the City at War, it really is more trying to
copy that, dude. No problem at all. Totally get that.
Doesn't necessarily have a huge.
Hope you're having a good day. Hope it's a chill day at work. All right, we just ran through the slabs. If anyone wants to see what we have for slabs, just put CGC in the auction tab in the search. It'll pull up for you. We'll run through the rack, and then let me know if you guys have any requests of anything you want me to run. We've got Ninja Turtles toys, comics from almost every series, every volume, kind of a scattering. We've got signed comics, some harder to find stuff, some new stuff. Something old, something new, something blue. Yeah, I've got a bunch of best action. If you type in best action in the auction tab, so all the turtle stuff is in the auction tab. We got over 400 turtle items in there. But if you type in best action and just like you spelled it, BSTAXN, in the auction tab, it'll pull up all the best action for you. And you can let me know if there's anything you want me to run or you want to make an offer. We've got the comic. Like Santa Loco turtles. We've got all 4 of those turtles. We also have the Toon turtles. Trying to think of what else best action we've got. But yeah, we've got both sets right now, which probably I'm surprised it's lasted as long as it has. We've got all the turtles for the comic series, including Jenica. And then, like I said, for the Toon turtles best action, we've got all 4 turtles, Slash and April. But like I said, you can see all that in the auction tab. Just let me know if there's anything you want me to run.
So with any of the longer running series, so that includes all the cartoons except for maybe Rise. I haven't watched it yet, so I don't actually know. And then obviously Mutant Mayhem, because at least I'm recording this, it only has 1 season and 1 movie. And then also I'll split the OG and IDW comics into multiple else I think.
Why is this not? Huh.
But
Interesting.
that's subject to change. And so that's just kind of how I'll be doing it.
Oh, there we go.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was originally created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird.
2 years before I met Kevin, I had started this free comic book newspaper.
I'm gonna tell you something about. So Mondays I pretty much focus on comics. Tuesdays is our action figure show. I wasn't gonna run them at all.
Do this thing.
If you want me to run them though, I will. Just let me know. And also, if you want to make an offer on them, let me know. We're pretty chill over here, man, for sure. But yeah, like tomorrow, I'll run them. I'll run through the toys, and like I'd run them for 20 a piece.
I became aware of Jack Kirby.
Yeah, Mondays I usually try because I've got so much stuff. I've got over 400 items in there. I can't really get through everything in a show. So I kind of just go based on requests. If people want me to run toys, even if it's a Monday and our comic show, a Monday comic show, I run toys. It's you guys are the boss. I just hang out and move books and toys around.
So it's kind of like-minded, underground artist inspired.
But happy to switch over, run some toys for you, best action or whatever you'd like. Just let me know what you think, Dan. But yeah, I think I've got them up there for 20 a piece, except Jenica, who I think is 25.
I walked into his house in Northampton, and the first thing I saw was a Jack Kirby drawing. It had a framed Jack Kirby pencil page from The Losers that you see hanging on the wall. Just flipped out. Oh my God, I'd never seen an actual Jack Kirby original. I mean, it's such a big inspiration to me. And that was pretty much it. We hit it off from the word go.
So in order to work together more closely, Eastman ended up moving in with Laird and his, at the time, girlfriend, but eventually wife, in a home.
Okay, guys, hope everyone's having a good day. Check the show notes for info on the show. Give us a follow for regular Turtle shows. We hold them 3 times a week.
Kevin Eastman drew
Mondays we've got mostly focused on comics, but we can run toys too. Tuesdays we try to focus on action figures, but we can run comics. And then Saturday mornings we do kind of a mix, but focus a little on comics just because they're a little bit easier to run.
Using a loan from Kevin Eastman's uncle, they were able to write, print, and sell a single issue of TMNT, which was originally meant to be a one-off. But as we know,
but yeah, Pepsi Film definitely open to offers on the best action.
And they not only continued to write it, but they eventually started signing.
Did I even run that? Yeah, Jesus.
Toy lines, a cartoon, and then that was the mega.
Okay, Brian. I'll see you when I see you.
Eastman Laird also had style. They would both use hand ink on every page, so it was really a collaboration between two of them. That's often why you'll see a claim made by a lot of purists say that as soon as they stopped writing in this manner around issue 11, that TMNT started to fall in quality. I don't necessarily agree with that claim.
Agreed.
But there is a unique quirk in that each author had their own strength, and their strengths covered each other's weaknesses.
No sweat, Kodiak. I hope you have a great day, dude. Thanks for stopping in. Hope it goes easy for you. Have an easy day at work, a chill day. Ninja Turtle G, good to see you again. Same with you, Ty. Tyre? I don't know why I always mess up your name, man.
He brought a lot of great subtle
Tyre.
to the story, certainly in the script, I think, more than anything
But yeah,
else.
good to see you guys.
Artwork style is much more refined, much more detailed. Kevin's really good at really powerful color sense.
JC and I were talking about this the other day, I think.
Terrible at it. Peter didn't do much painting.
How Kevin had or at least Peter thinks Kevin had a better color sense than he did. So he had him do a lot of the coloring.
They would eventually come back together and write 2 story arcs together, not in the same way that they used to write it, with each of them working on an individual page, but collaborating. And these would be called Return to New York and City at War. By Volume 4, as I stated, Eastman was out of the company for the most part, and Laird,
For the most part,
wrote
entirely.
Volume 4 largely by himself, with Jim Lawson being the main artist. Eventually, both men would work on other versions of TMNT outside of the Mirage comics. Laird was heavily involved.
So this is just a random YouTuber like who's doing turtle history. So his name is Chucklehead Renaissance.
As one of the main writers for the current run.
He's got a pretty good take on things. He's got a couple hot takes in here, but
it's
mostly pretty good straight history. I try not to. I mean, even though I watch a lot of Turtles guys who are really opinionated, and I like to watch people on both sides of the Turtle spectrum, I guess you could say. Like I always say, like on one side there's like these edge lords who like hate all the new stuff, and on the other side there's like the like 2012 and Rise kids who are like, you know, the literal polar opposite of those guys. But yeah, this guy's pretty good. Like I said, I think when he was talking about how Peter believed that Kevin had a better color sense or whatever, like I think we were just talking about that the other day.
2003 TMNT, and again in the Turtles Forever crossover with the 1987 cartoon. And
copy that.
We are treated to what, at least through my amateur comic book.
I love when I remember things. That doesn't always happen. Like I said, it's weird, man. I can remember like issues, like single issues that Kodiak was looking for like months ago, but like I'll forget like what I had for dinner last night.
It certainly is silly, but it's meant to be. And even giving the silliness, the action still goes hard.
What? Whose handles that?
Narration from Leonardo. The Turtles have been cornered and had their backs to the wall, facing down a gang called the Purple Dragons. So we learned through Leonardo's narration the name of each of the Turtles. Leonardo was wielding 2 katanas. Donatello.
Wait, oh, did you make a seller profile called Find It TMNT? That's awesome.
Instead of being Michelangelo, it was Michael.
Oh, dude, I was actually a little stoked about that. It's like we're gonna co-host, buddy. People aren't gonna know what to think. We're gonna spin them in circles. They don't know if they're coming or going or looking or finding.
The gang is upset that the Turtles come through their territory and attack them, even shooting guns at them. The Turtles, however, viciously slaughter the entirety of the gang. This is probably a surprise to anyone who's not familiar with Mirage TMNT, in that they are very violent. I think part of the reason this is a surprise is because you would have thought, since this is the original version, that would appear in other iterations of the characters as well, but it really doesn't. The only comparable thing is Last Ronin, which itself is, in a way, a spiritual continuation of Mirage. Even in some of the other more violent iterations, such as IDW, the Turtles still don't kill. But here, they have no problem with it. They do have certain rules with killing that will become relevant in the story later. They usually only kill members of the Foot Clan, specifically their enemies.
It's awesome. It's an awesome one. We got it graded too. We got it in 9.6.
So after
yeah, Tails is awesome. The Arrow one is cool. JC's got the Arrow one.
As the Turtles return to their lair in the sewers, we meet their sensei and adopted father.
Like,
a rat named
that's a grail to me. That arrow with the 4 on it.
And Splinter congratulates them and tells them that they are now ready to take on the real mission that he intended for them. The Turtles, who are around 15, and Splinter explains
just working through
his and their origin.
The rack slowly.
So he was originally a
This is a really nice copy of Volume 4, Number 1, first print. It's a little pricey just because it is in really, really good shape. Couldn't find any defects with this book. If you want to take a look at it, just let me know. I'd be happy to take it out and show you how pristine it is. Yeah, buddy, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm Big Jelly. You got looking. I don't get Big Jelly very often, but I'm Big Jelly about that.
One of those things that I say, like I get, yeah.
Oh man, I appreciate you getting that card, by the way.
A rat.
That was super kind of you, man.
Martial arts and then learning those martial arts. But
appreciate you.
Part of the thing it was supposed to be.
I'll be sure to return the favor.
I know that's not like carte blanche to do whatever you want, and
I didn't see it that great with the guy with the one graded 10.
But the question I would ask for you is, why are you taking?
We can always do more. There's always time to do more.
And you know,
but yeah, he cut it down to 200. You know, it's a 10 though to see it, and it's a CGC. I think it's I think that's pretty cool. It's a CGC graded 10, and you know, I think that you could I feel like 200's about fair for it being 10, but I'd see if you take 100 or 150. You know what I mean? He'd probably tell you to pound sand at 100. I don't even know if eBay would let you send an offer that low, but I wonder if he'd take 150 for it.
We soon learned that Yoshi has a rival in his friend named Orochi Nagi.
Right, that's exactly what I was thinking.
They compete in all things, but most fiercely they compete over.
But doesn't eBay, like, it won't let you make an offer really like at a certain, or does the seller set that? Where it's like sometimes I try to make offers and I'm like, that's too low. You can't make an offer that low. I was like, oh, okay. Weird.
One night when Yoshi wasn't home, Nagi would visit Tang Shen to kind of plead his case, and she rejected him, which angered Nagi.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Because I don't think it's always there for me either. It was confusing to me.
He blacked out and just saw red.
Because there's some sellers that, like, I've tried to make offers, like, within $10, and it just denies it every time. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why do you take offers if you're not even going to come down, like, 5% on your crap?
He and Shen, along with Splinter, would move to the U.S., settling in New York City. Orokunagi had a younger brother named Oroku Saki.
Got it.
And Saki wanted to seek revenge on Yoshi. So he began training intensely from his childhood to gain the skills to do so. He progressed so much that by the age of 18, he was chosen by the Foot to lead the New York branch of the Foot Clan. Once Saki took over the New York Foot Clan, he turned it into a massive criminal enterprise.
Interesting.
The largest in the city.
Josh, welcome back, dude.
Particularly adept at committing assassinations.
Hope you've been well.
Saki, at this point, had taken on the alter ego named the Shredder.
It was nice meeting you guys during the celebration.
Yes.
We had a great time. And we've got free comic book day shows coming up, guys. I scheduled them. One is for May 2nd, and I believe the other one's for the 28th or 29th. But May 2nd is free comic book day, and we'll be coming to you guys live from Jetpack Comics in New Hampshire. They're having a ton of turtle artists and writers in attendance. If you bookmark the show, you can go in there, and I listed all the turtle guys who are going to be there in the show notes. But the first show will be a couple days before free comic book day, and we'll run at Jetpack Comics, so you guys will have a whole new swath of turtles inventory and other stuff to choose from. They have a lot of Ninja Turtles stuff there. And then Saturday we'll run, and I'll go literally run around and we'll shop the artist tables. If you guys want signatures, we can do that whole thing. It's going to be a good time. So definitely bookmark the free comic book day shows we have coming up May 2nd. And like I said, I think it's April 29th.
The accident that gave Matt Murdock his powers. And then
oh, thanks, Jocelyn. Today we're watching some Turtles history. Let's see where he's at. I think he's still in volume 1.
And
definitely.
4 baby turtles fell down a manhole with the canister. Once the turtles in the canister hit the sewer floor.
But yeah, we're just doing the TMNT and Chill today.
And cover them in some kind
I'm chatting. I'm talking too much. Not running things. I've been going for an hour, and I ran the slabs and half the rack. I'm on a roll, baby.
As it turns out, the ooze was a mutagen, and it mutates Splinter and the turtles into humanoid, intelligent creatures. Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael, which were names that you found in an old book about the Renaissance.
This one was 3 times signed.
He then trained them in his master's ninjutsu.
It was Bruce Hatton, Ryan Brown, and Dan Berger.
And so the turtles, after surviving their training mission, are deemed ready.
Man, I knew it was I gotta pee. Those monsters run right through me, man.
Raphael is tasked with delivering the message to Saki, the message to challenge him. Raphael breaks into Shredder's compound.
Oh no, it's only been a half hour. That's right. I started at 4:30, so I'm not doing too bad. Don't judge me, guys.
Throws it through a window into a room in which Shredder was trying to close a business deal to provide protection for a few businesses. The attack alarmed the businessman, and Saki lost out on the deal. Saki eventually reads the note, which was written by Splinter, saying that by killing Yoshi, he lost his honor.
And of course, guys, you can feel free to sneak ahead of me and check out the auction tab. All the turtle stuff is on the auction side. And then we've got over 2,000 books in the buy it now with Marvel, DC, and Indie. Basically, you can look at Turtles is all on the auction tab, and everything else is in the buy it now. So if you find anything in there you want me to run, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm just kind of randomly working through our inventory. Feel free to just hang out, whether you're shopping with us or not. You're always welcome to chill here, watch what we're watching, chat, or just lurk. Just do that professional lurk. We're just happy to have you.
And Shredder finally jumps down on the rooftop.
It's the chill portion of the TMNT and Chill show.
The foot attack first, and while they're formidable warriors.
Alright, I'm gonna run this for a minute.
Shredder points out that these foot ninja were his best.
And peek.
That they've left their mark on their turtles, injuring them. And that's kind of something that I really like.
We've got an exclusive. This is a Jetpack comic exclusive. Rich Woodall cover. We have exclusives for 1 through 5. We also have exclusive for the #1 second print, exclusives and signed books for Last Ronin Re-Evolution. So if you're interested in any Last Ronin stuff, we also have Last Ronin toys. We have a signed and sketched Last Ronin toy. Also a few other Last Ronin toys variants. Pop figures for Last Ronin. Signed books. Graded books. Lots of Last Ronin to explore. Just let me know if there's anything you guys want me to run. Like I said, I'm going to run this for a minute and pee. 45 seconds. Let's do that. Be right back.
Leo then admits that he's too skilled for them to fight individually, so they must attack him at once. They begin by throwing projectiles at him, and once he's off balance, they begin launching blows. Eventually, Weird Al manages to stab him through his chest. The turtles offer Saki a chance to regain his honor and commit seppuku, or ritualistic suicide. Shredder instead pulls out a thermite grenade and pulls the pin. Donatello throws his staff at Shredder and knocks him off the roof before the grenade detonates. And once it does, it blows up and kills Shredder. And so yeah, that's it. Shredder's dead. The most famous villain in TMNT history dies in the first issue of the comic. As I stated, it originally was meant to be a one-off, and Eastman Laird didn't predict the success of the series would have. And so Shredder was never intended to be like a long-lasting villain. In my opinion, this is still one of the best TMNT stories I've ever written. The fight scenes are all really well choreographed and paneled, and very well paced. And it works as a standalone story, or as the beginning of the series as well. One change I am going to make here is going forward, I was usually using the Turtles' full names. But going forward, I'm going to refer to them as their nicknames. They're not exactly the same as in every other iteration. So generally, what they're referred to in the Mirage comics are Leo, Raph, Don.
There's a kind of chase going on.
1990s film series. You'll know that they changed Don and Mike.
Ooh, lots of people popping in and out today.
And that's the one that really stuck. Because, Don and Mike are the uncles you don't want to talk to at Thanksgiving, whereas Donnie and Mikey sound like teenagers. But through this video, I am going to say...
Is it just me and JC?
Just because
hell yeah. Woo! I don't want to do shit today, buddy. Let's chill and watch this shit.
But they never fully give up on saying Don and Mike, so that's just what I'm going to say throughout this series, because that's what this series is usually called. Now going into issue 2, now that we know we have a series...
Yeah, let's just turn this shit off and play Splintered Fate, huh?
So given that Eastman Laird at this time were the only Mirage employees, and we're in charge of not only writing, but also...
I'll go for at least a couple hours.
No, this series was going to have a monthly release.
Mondays are kind of...
So the second issue didn't
been slow recently. 5 months. Like Saturdays pop at the beginning, gets slow in the afternoon. The pop-up shows have been doing really well.
October 1984. This second issue is very pivotal. As not
Mondays used to be a banger.
Series, but it introduced the most important character to
Let's slow down a bit. Oh, no problem, dude.
Dean April. And it's also the first appearance of one of the most prominent secondary antagonists of the series, Baxter Stockman. So we begin with the Turtles and Splinter sitting in their living room in their lair, each kind of doing a different activity. Splinter's watching news, Leo is reading news, Don is tinkering with something. Then Raph and Mike are sparring. Suddenly, Splinter tells the turtles to pay attention to the news broadcast. So on the television, we see a scientist named Baxter Stockman. And you may notice he looks fairly different.
Oh, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. I hope you're doing well.
The version of him in the 1987 cartoon. Now, we'll talk more about this change once we actually get to that iteration, but let's just say I'm not sure why the cartoon decided to change him into a white guy. So Stockman is showing off.
Oh, here we go. Here we go with the Ninja Turtles race shit. God, like that's what I mean by the edgy guys. Like when they're like, I don't like how they race swap. They're like, shut the fuck up. Like you're an adult man upset about the direction of a cartoon. Like get the fucking life.
And despite they're particularly meant to take on that. Look, I know.
Sorry, a little mini event there.
But still. And so basically the Mousers are able to track down rats. He shows a demonstration and it's fairly brutal. And then we get to see the demonstration is being run by Stockman's lab assistant, a young woman named April O'Neil. So yes, the original April O'Neil wasn't a reporter who was constantly getting herself into trouble. She was a STEM lord. She was smart. Again, not sure why.
Welcome in, guys. Check out the show notes for info on the show today. Give us a follow for regular Turtle shows. We've got a really big event coming up for Free Comic Book Day where we're going to be coming to you live from Jetpack Comics with a bunch of Turtle artists and merchandise and fun stuff for us to do.
Science nerd. Splinter is unsettled by the Mousers. And he's also on edge because Raph and Mike are causing damage through their sparring. And he goes off to meditate. So now, for the first time, we cut to April, and we see things from her perspective. And she's reading a news article in the paper about a series of bank heists throughout the city. Apparently, the perpetrators are able to somehow tunnel into the vaults and steal money. April wonders if someone is perhaps hijacking the Mousers, as they would be capable of doing this. She expresses this concern to Stockman, but he reassures her that they're the only two people that have access to the mainframe that controls the Mousers. Stockman then tells April to follow him, and he takes her into this high-security area that she had never been to and didn't know existed. Stockman then shows April a huge fleet of Mousers, many more than Stockman should have the funds to make. April puts two and two together and realizes that Stockman is responsible for the big heist. She asks him why, when he can make so much money legally through these Mousers.
Yeah, seriously.
Or licensing.
I think he was trying to destroy the World Trade Centers in this issue too, which is kind of interesting. And I think it was before the first attack on the World Trade Centers.
And
kind of interesting, I guess. Kind of weird.
Like I said, this is another one of those things that's meant to be stupid on purpose. It's a send up to Silver Age comic book villains who were just evil for the sake of evil. I mean, Lex Luthor stole a bunch of cakes one time, and it's making that joke about the Lex Luthor types. Like, they have all the resources in the world to make money legally, and yet they still feel the need to steal money and steal things just because they're evil. Okay, Dominic Noble, just saying that it's bad writing. You may not agree that it's funny, but just to write it off as bad writing is lazy analysis. No shade to Dominic. I enjoy his channel, particularly the Lost in Adaptation series. Just never talk about TMNT again. April sees the writing on the wall, and she flees through a hatch that for some reason leads down to the sewers, probably because we're so low on the ground. Stockman sends 3 Mousers after her to prevent her from talking. She flees through the sewers and eventually trips over a pipe. But before she is attacked and killed by the Mousers, the Turtles arrive and take them out. Seeing the Turtles is obviously distressing to April, so she faints. And the Turtles decide to take her back to the lair to recover. When she comes to, she is met by the Turtles and Splinter. And Splinter introduces them to her and tells them their origin again. We then see on the television a special news broadcast air sometime later, talking about a building that is currently being evacuated by the police and the fire department. We cut to a ransom message from a shadowy figure that April immediately clocks as Stockman. Stockman is demanding $1 billion from businesses in New York. Every day that he is not paid, he will select a building and demolish it. To show he was serious, he destroyed a building called the Rex Tab building. Not sure if that's real or not. Today at 3 p.m., which was mostly abandoned. But tomorrow it will not be the same because he is going to destroy. Remember that this was written in 1984. We see on the broadcast the Rex Tab building collapse. April is distraught over the development. And so Splinter suggests that she lead the turtles to Stockman's secret lab. They go and enter through the same sewer chute that she escaped from before. They get the drop on Stockman and are able to...
Welcome in, guys. Check the show notes for info on the show. Give us a follow for regular turtle shows. We got some big Free Comic Book Day shows coming up. We'll be live from New Hampshire, where the turtles were first created, and hanging out with some turtle artists. We'll let you shop their tables, signatures, all that fun stuff. So the Free Comic Book Day show is May 2nd, and we've got a prelude show a couple days before that.
April and Dawn work on deactivating the monsters while the other three turtles have found some explosives. Set them up below to hold back the monsters. Once the monsters arrive, the turtles collapse the tunnel with the explosives to cut them off, or at least delay them. The monsters begin to break through the rubble, and the turtles destroy them as they pop out, but they know eventually they'll be overwhelmed. Suddenly, Dawn thinks of something and asks April if the monsters are controlled by Rio, which she confirms. Dawn then deactivates the facility's power. The other turtles have since retreated back into the lab with April and Dawn, and we see as the monsters begin to break through the walls, the power goes out, and they stop before reaching our group, and the self-destruction does not happen either. In the next issue, the turtles and April return to the lair, only to discover that it has been broken into. They rush in to find the place trashed and Splinter missing, with blood on the floor and a destroyed mouser. Realizing that the location of their lair is compromised, Leo instructs Mike and Raph to pack up.
Welcome in, guys. Check the show notes for info on the show. Give us a follow for regular turtle shows. We got some big shows coming up. For Free Comic Book Day, we'll be live from Jetpack Comics in New Hampshire. We'll let you guys shop the store. They've got a ton of turtle stuff. And then on Free Comic Book Day, May 2nd, we will be coming to you live again from Jetpack. And they'll have a ton of turtle artists and writers there. We'll let you shop the tables, get stuff signed, all that fun stuff. But yeah, so those two shows are coming up. Like I said, May 2nd, I think 2 days before on the 29th.
Given that obviously the turtles don't want to be
if there's all the turtle stuff we've got today is in the auction tab. If there's anything you want me to run, just let me know. Everything else, Marvel, DC, Indies, and the Buy It Now. I'm just kind of running through stuff randomly. But let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
Now begins the bulk of the issue, which is a car chase. Fun fact, apparently Eastman, as we established, was the action guy. Wanted to introduce bigger action set pieces into the series. And one thing that he wanted to do was the longest car chase in comic history. And they laid out a 16-page car chase. I love that they did this, and I think that this issue is a lot of fun. April ends up on a busy street and starts weaving in and out of traffic. She narrowly avoids swerving into another car. The cop is not so lucky and slams into it.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on here coming up.
April swerves and ends up driving through a park.
A couple months ago, we launched our website, Discord, social, all that fun stuff. Currently, we are doing giveaways in our Discord. If you go to lookingfortmnt.com, just like my screen name is spelled, you'll see links to all our socials in our Discord there. But basically, we're going to be running giveaways out of our Discord regularly, alongside the giveaways we run here on Whatnot. But basically, you can win stuff through the Discord to get included in your next order. And we have several different channels in there that are fun. They've been some great guys. It's fun and active. We got a collection showcase channel where you can share your collection, the stuff you got. We have a TMNT channel, which is all TMNT talk, and recommendations channel for any way that people want to contribute or change the Looking for TMNT project. We got a bunch of stuff in there. So like I said, go to lookingfortmnt.com, just like my username is spelled. Oh, welcome back, JC. I was just rambling. Like I said, guys, definitely check out and bookmark our Free Comic Book Day shows. They're coming up. There's one on May 2nd and one a couple days before. Despite the fact that they're teenagers. Oh, we can do a video game channel. I can make that right now.
We then see a short epilogue.
Don't threaten me with a good time. You know not to do that.
Where shown what happened to Splinter. He's currently sprawled out on a sewer
Yeah,
gate.
I'll make that here in
He was
just a minute.
attacked by a group of
That's
monsters.
a great idea.
He was able to fight some of them
You
off,
can put it in the
but
suggestions
towards the end of
channel.
the time began to lose a lot of blood. One thing I really like about the Mirage take on Splinter is how you.
Yeah, sounds good, dude. That's a great idea.
Splinter's age comes into account a lot more.
It's a great
than
idea.
other versions, in that he's actually fairly frail, at least compared to the ultimate master that he's usually portrayed as. And so, like in most iterations,
Yeah, this is the first day we're actually coming to you live from Whatnot, and we're also live on Twitch and YouTube. So we've got some fun stuff planned to kind of kick off. This is our first show live on Twitch, but we've got some fun stuff. We're gonna be playing some Splintered Fate while I run stuff, and we'll put the room code. If you're familiar with how Splintered Fate works, we'll put the room code in the chat so people can hop in, hop out, and play with us while we run the show. It's gonna be fun.
Eventually, Splinter comes to and looks around to see where he is, and he has and
Love it.
we're able to see that they are not
Love it.
like aliens who use human exosuits. If you're a TMNT,
What is that from?
you probably recognize
That's the only kind I have.
and this
What is that from?
appearance in the series.
Like I
One thing of
hear
note
the tone in
is
my
that
like
these
I
relations
read it
are
and I was like, that's the.
That's
What is that from?
Going to use later on. They're always either called aliens, TCRIs, or TCRI aliens.
Yeah, because
The neutrons are liquid,
what the.
and that's eventually what.
Oh, it's gonna bug me for the rest of the night.
I'm just going to call them neutrons. One of the things Eastman and Laird wanted to do as they started writing a series is that they wanted to introduce each of us.
It's Grandma's Boy. It's Grandma's Boy. Have you ever seen that movie?
Flesh out their personalities, give us something to write about. And so they came up with the idea of what they called micro-series. It's kind of a joke on mini-series, and the reason it's called a micro-series is because it's the same issue. And so the first of these micro-series that was released was the micro-series.
Yeah. So it's the guy who acts like a robot. It's one of my favorites too, man. I used to watch that movie on repeat in my 20s. But that's why I was like, dude, that is hitting a weird part of my brain that hasn't been tickled in 15 years or whatever. And like, I got to figure out what the fuck is going on with that. But yeah, Grandma's Boy. Like, I have that whole movie memorized. Just like the Turtles movies, I used to just watch it on repeat as like a comfort movie. It's a good one, man. Like, that movie is hilarious, dude.
This is when we were introduced to
That's I remember that scene. That is a great idea. Those are the only kind I have.
Thinking about how much he does criminals. Taking inspiration from the cops in his movies, he dons a hockey mask, arms himself with his coat bag full of clubs and bats, and heads out to fight crime. Some of you have probably clocked that he's another Frank Miller reference, being a parody of the Punisher as an anti-hero type.
Your bed is a car. Yeah, but it's a fucking sweet car.
Unlike a lot of these other anti-heroes or vigilantes, Casey doesn't have some tragic backstory. He just watched too many bad cop shows and movies, and that gave them one reality of how to deal with criminals. To this day, I think this is a definitive take on Casey Jones, and because he's really a character that could have only worked in the Mirage continuity because of how ridiculous his backstory is. So other versions have done updates to Casey, and I like some of them, but in my opinion, in a lot of ways, Casey is sort of an unadaptable character. So Casey and Raph happen upon the same night, where a woman is being robbed. Raph decides to check on the woman, who isn't very receptive, while Casey chases down the robbers. Casey subdues them, but he continues to attack them afterwards, alarming Raph, who then intervenes. Casey and Raph have a fight, and Raph wins, obviously, but Casey decides to cheap shot him and flee. Raph shakes out the cobwebs and heads after Casey to prevent him from...
You know what's funny, dude? I didn't realize that... I'm pretty sure, like, the last time I read it, I realized that at the beginning of, like, Casey's origin there, he's watching I think he's watching Big Trouble in Little China. I'd never seen it, so I watched it, like, a couple weeks ago. That movie's hilarious. That movie's, like, actually pretty good. It's, like, cheesy and campy, but, like, I actually got sucked into it, man. I was like... But, you know, like, 3/4 of the movie, I'm like, holy shit. Like, this is like some of the cheesiest shit I've ever seen. I'm like, but I'm loving it. Like, it's a good movie, man. Had never seen it before, man. Had never saw it. But if I had seen it as a kid, I know I would have loved it. 38. I was born in 88. Oh wait, no, 37. Wait, no, yeah,
but he
38.
hesitates as he realizes Casey knows this terrain much better than he does. Casey does get the drop off.
Yeah, I was born in '88, so I basically just missed the first movie. My parents took me to the second movie, but I was too young to appreciate the first movie.
The two finally talk specifically about.
Yeah, I think so.
Fuses. Raph says that he may have a short fuse, but he tries to control it. In typical dude fashion, after beating the shit out of each other, now they're best friends. And they hear someone yelling for help and head out to help them together. So, as you probably picked up on, Casey is meant to be a foil for Raph in this story and show him what he could end up being if he doesn't get his anger under control. I know it doesn't fully make sense because the turtles have killed before. What's the line for them? Because is breaking someone's leg worse than killing them? But if you really analyze their actions, the turtles only ever kill if their life is in danger or if they're fighting members of the family.
What's going on right now? This is the not that I really care that much, but this is the deadest Monday I've had in a long time.
Talk to and fight with, thus getting out more of their aggressive tendencies. After the encounter, Raph is able to chill.
Let me see who's on right now.
But Casey does not learn his lesson until much later in the story.
It's me.
But for now, they're cool. And this is Casey Jones' last appearance for a while. But he will become a major player later on. So the next issue 4.
No, all the TMNT shows are
Leo is looking out the window.
Are hurting right now. It looks like.
Thinking about all that's happened.
Yeah, dude, this is
Winter and April.
like one of those times where I'm like,
him to join them for some exercises.
Like, what should I do? Like I figured out things to fill my time so I can keep the show going and stuff. Like normally, which I may do here in just a minute, I would just shadow run all the items like that. You know my trick, my 2-second run everything trick. Just pop all the notifications off and then just sit here for an hour and watch everyone filter in and filter out because they click the notification, it brings them right to the show and they're like, oh shit. Like people, it's so funny. I'm like, I know what happened.
So we see the cyclical nature of revenge reflected in the Turtles' stories. A kind of tit for tat thing. Yoshi kills Nagi, Saki kills Yoshi, the Turtles kill Saki, now the Foot come back to take revenge on the Turtles. And I'll go into this in more detail later on, but I really like this.
Welcome in, guys. Check out the show notes for info on the show, and definitely bookmark our free comic book day special show we've got going on May 2nd, and we have a pre-show a couple days before that. We'll be on free comic book day. We'll be hanging out, shopping with some turtle artists who are going to be at Jetpack Comics Free Comic Book Day Festival in Rochester, New Hampshire.
Oh, Frisky couple, quite the surprise. Once he returns to the roof, the turtles are finishing off the Foot, but Mike has been injured. He got his wrist slashed, which kind of sets Raph off, seeing Mikey get hurt, because in this version of TMNT, as you'll kind of see, the main pairing within the Turtles is Raph and Mike. They're intended to be best friends. And so Raph kills the last two.
Welcome in, guys. Check the show notes for info on the show and give us a follow for regular Turtle shows. We hold them 3 times a week right now.
The same letters.
We have big shows coming up for Free Comic Book Day. We'll be at Jetpack Comics in Rochester, New Hampshire. There'll be a bunch of turtle artists in attendance, and we're going to shop the store and shop the artist tables. We're going to bring that event to you from the comfort of your home. But if there's anything you want me to run today, all the turtle stuff is in the auction tab. Everything else is in buy it now. Just let me know if there's anything I can run for you. If you're thinking of any offers or bundle deals, we're open to that too. Or feel free to hang out, watch turtles, chat turtles, whatever you want.
The turtles then tell April that they found the TCRI building.
The show is your oyster.
They plan to return there tonight. They decide to put the search for Splinter on hold for this one night, as they want answers about their origin. April offers.
But of course, like I said, guys, just let me know if there's anything you'd like me to run. I'm just kind of randomly going through stuff, doing some Mirage right now.
So that night, the turtles arrive at TCRI.
Happy to switch it up.
But for some reason, the building seems to only have one door and no windows. Raph, being rash, decides to kick down the door of a nearby building, which luckily was not alarmed. The turtles climb to the top of this building, then use grappling hooks to walk over. Don goes first to take care of any security measures. Don finds a camera and a bunch of electric eyes. He places a still photo of the surrounding area over the camera, and he calls the rest of the turtles and helps to guide them across the roof while avoiding the electric eyes. He then picks the magnetic lock to the door, which leads into the building, and the turtles enter. Immediately, they notice how strange this building is. Every floor they explore looks exactly the same. being just one long hallway with a single window door. They look through one of the windows, but they can't see much more than a bunch of cables running up and down the sides of a large chamber. They also notice strange writing throughout the building. Once they've gone 5 floors down, though, they recognize a more normal-looking area, finding a reception.
What's up, kid?
And they begin to explore it. On the desk, they find diagrams with more strange writing on it and what looks like an ID card. Suddenly, they hear a noise and hide. 2 men, or, as we know now, neutrons, walk out discussing some mechanism that is almost operational.
Hope you're doing well, dude. All the turtle stuff we got today is in the auction tab. Everything else is in the buy it now. Just kind of slowly working through the inventory. It's our TMNT and Chill show, so we're real chill today.
Once they're gone,
but don't hesitate to let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Sure, you can check the show notes for a rundown of the show. We also have some big shows coming up for Free Comic Book Day. If you're a Ninja Turtles fan, we'll be hanging out and shopping with some artists, shopping Jetpack Comics, which is an awesome inventory of turtle stuff for us to choose from. It's going to be fun, so definitely bookmark those if turtles are up your alley.
Where they see a stunning
they're definitely going to be big shows for sure.
Upon entering the room, the turtles triggered a silent alarm, and the Utrons gather to go confront them. Raph thinks Splinter is dead, and being
welcome back, Ryan. Hope you're doing well, dude.
Like some kind of symbol of victory, and he tries to smash the pod, but Mike's able to stop him and claim that Splinter is still
boy needs milk.
And Don explains
drink some milk.
Suspended animation. The Utrons arrive to apprehend the turtles, and they put their weapons on quarter charge, demonstrating that they don't want to hurt. They enter an attack, but are easily defeated by the turtles, and much of the equipment in the lab is destroyed in the fight. As the turtles try to escape, they are cut off by more Utrons. We also learned that in this room is a device called the Translocation Matrix, which was what the 2 Utrons were talking about before. Since the Utrons are hesitant to attack, the turtles realize that this device must be important. Mike distracts the Utrons as the other 3 try to escape, but his wrist injury acts up as he tries to swing from some cables, and he falls over the device's control console, crushing it. The machine begins to work the other 3 turtles away. Mike is able to catch it at the last second and has worked with them instead of being left behind. The turtles now find themselves facing down a group of armed forces who have cornered a lone robot. The turtles fight off the soldiers and are able to take them down as the robot breaks through a wooden fence to escape.
Be back in 45 seconds. Just gonna grab a drink real quick.
The turtles head for as reinforcements for the soldiers arrive, and they run on a rooftop before jumping into the back of a garbage truck to escape. Our group rides in the garbage truck for a few miles, and then they get out to find a place to hide. As they enter the building and go onto its roof to get the lay of the land, they realize that they are no longer on Earth. The robot informs them that his name is Honeycutt and that they are on a planet called Dehunib, which is part of an interplanetary group known as the Federation. And you're probably already noticing how Star Wars-y this all sounds. They recount what occurred to them at TCRI, and Honeycutt deduces that they were warped here by a transmat machine, a device capable of instantaneous transmission. Apparently he was working on a similar device, and the turtles asked Honeycutt if he could help them get home. Honeycutt then tells them his origin. This origin is also contained within a one-shot called the Fugitoid Micro-Series, but it's not included in the collection that I'm using, and this issue really goes over all the crucial information that we need. So I'll not be summarizing that here, but if you want to read it for yourself, it's not hard to find. Honeycutt is not actually a robot. He's a scientist of some species of alien that looks almost identical to humans. The soldiers were also of the same race of aliens. He was creating a transmat machine prototype for the Federation with the assistance of his robot, Sal. Honeycutt worked slowly as he knew that the military planned to use the transmat machine for nefarious purposes, such as transporting bombs into enemy ships and other war applications. He also created a device called the Mentawave Helmet, which boosts someone's powers, such as giving them the ability to have telepathy, telekinesis, and such. One day, while working on the helmet, he received a distress signal from his robot, Sal. Honeycutt went out and found Sal.
Welcome in, guys. All the turtle stuff we got today is in the auction tab. Everything else is in the buy it now. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to run. Otherwise, we're just
before they could get inside,
working through our inventory in a very TMNT and chill way.
Honeycutt, who at the time was wearing the
but like I said, everything's loaded up, so don't hesitate to let me know if you'd like me to run anything for you. If you have any offers in mind or want to work out a bundle deal, we're open to that too. We have books from almost every iteration of Turtles. out of volume
someone
3
named Darryl
now.
found Honeycutt.
But
and even though he is aware that Honeycutt
and then
is
we got signed
he tells
books,
everybody that the Sal unit killed Honeycutt.
limited books, retailer
And has the Federation
incentives,
forces chasing after him. He has ordered that Sal be
vintage
captured
turtles,
and terminated. Honeycutt is currently
Last
trying to
Ronin.
to escape the Federation.
you name it. We
The
probably
enemies of the
got a little
Federation
bit at least of it.
also looking for Honeycutt and want him to build the transmat for themselves. The group heads to a bar and they try to find someone to hire them out to work on a space freighter, thus securing them away off the planet. A group of Federation troops track them into the bar and open fire. Raph and Mike are able to take out the troops while Leo is able to find them and escape them. But before they're able to escape, the bar explodes and a group of the aforementioned Triceratons descend.
Welcome, guys.
The turtles are dazed by the explosion.
Check out the show notes for info on the show. Definitely bookmark our upcoming Free Comic Book Day show on May 2nd. And there's a show a couple days before that as well. We come to you live from New Hampshire at Jetpack Comics, one of the biggest free comic book day festivals in the world. And there'll be a ton of turtle artists and writers there. So we'll be letting you shop the store and shop the artist table. It's going to be a good time.
But they managed to take out one with a laser gun they picked up. But not before their hovercraft is taken out. The turtles see an envoy of Federation soldiers and follow them. They happen upon a firefight between the Federation and the Triceratons. The Triceratons are taking Honeycutt into this underground bunker, so the turtles go after them. As the turtles try to find Honeycutt, the bunker suddenly begins to lift off, apparently actually being a spaceship. The Triceratons fly back to their base, which is a hollowed-out asteroid. The turtles are in the cargo hold, but they soon realize that they can no longer breathe. As the Triceratons reach their homeworld, which is just a larger version of the base, they inspect the ship before disembarking, and they find the turtles, who went into a deep meditation to preserve their oxygen. The Triceratons deduce that they came from Dehunib and must be oxygen breathers, so they give them devices that allow them to breathe and take them into custody. The Triceraton Prime leader, Xanramon, tries to convince Honeycutt to build
Sorry, guys. Just checking our different streams, kind of making sure I got 3 chats to watch now. But nothing crazy going on. That's good. Oh, I hate hearing myself.
And seeing that Honeycutt is concerned, Xanramon commands that the turtles be put into a max security holding. He wants to leverage them to get Honeycutt to build the transmat. The turtles are thrown into a cell, with Mike trying to pick a fight with one of the guards. Yes, Mike, not Raphael.
Twitch looks good.
We see that April is worried about the turtles, who have been missing for 2 days at this point. She turns on the TV and a special news report interrupts her program. It states that 2 nights ago, a large beam of light shot out of the TCRI building miles into the sky. TCRI has been locked down ever since, and no one has been able to reach them. The report mentions that no company named TCRI exists. We then see the police chief being interviewed, talking about how they tried to force entry into the building, but steel plates emerged and sealed off the entrance. The mayor was going to approve the National Guard to come in next, and April is worried that the turtles will be discovered. Back on the Triceraton homeworld, a big sporting event is taking place. The announcers talk about a group of off-worlders who will be facing the champions in the main event. So we see some of the other rounds leading up to this main event, and we see that it's some kind of gladiatorial combat competition. Prisoners fight large beasts, have one-on-one fights with each other, and have big team battle royales. Xanramon branded out Honeycutt as the main event is about to start, which is a battle between the TMNT and the Triceraton Elite Warrior Squad, as the reigning champions of the event with 22 straight bouts. The turtles hype themselves up and charge at the Triceratons. They use their speed and skills against the Triceraton's strength and durability. Leo, Raph, and Don manage to take out their opponents when they notice Honeycutt and try to come up with a plan to rescue him. Mike is struggling for a while, getting choked, but he's finally able to free himself and take down his Triceraton, thus securing the win for the turtles in the event. The turtles then make their play to escape and hijack one of the filming hover cars. And
what do we got? 5:30. Been on for an hour.
One guard tries to shoot them down,
Meh.
and that bumps into him, causing him to miss.
I
The
guess
turtles jump onto the
I'll
platform.
do the speed runs through the inventory, see what comes of that, and then
forces him to call off the rest of the guards. The turtles
if it's
then
this
head
dead by
out
6:30, I say let's
with
play some fucking video games, man.
and make it
If you're working or whatever, you can always join me after, or when you're ready, just shoot me a message or just send me a party invite on PlayStation. When you hop on, and I'll join.
I think that's how you pronounce it. Sets up an ambush for the turtles and Honeycutt and plans to snipe them as they cross through an open space. The turtles, however, hear the ambush, so a firefight begins. Zonderman tries to stop the shooting and is killed by his own men. Not being able to reach the hangar anymore, they decide to double back as they are cut off by more Triceraton guards. Surrounded with nowhere to go, suddenly the turtles, Honeycut, and the 3 Triceratons go slowly back to the TCRI building. Outside of the building, we see the police and National Guard preparing to breach. Another beam of light shoots into the sky from the building. This caused the gathering crowd.
I think this is officially the deadest it's been in a while, man. What's funny though is when I started out in the fall, man, I had to grind this bad girl, man. Like there are several shows where like I sat in with for an hour just by myself. You know,
the Triceratons struggle to breathe.
Just those first couple of shows, you don't have any. You know,
Neutrons try to calm everyone down and promise to return the Triceratons.
That's why, like, when you guys started showing up, which is probably like a month or so, like really started getting like turtle dudes in.
They attack them in an effort to take it for themselves. The Neutrons engage them to protect their allies. The turtles
yeah,
dude,
it was.
And help the Neutrons take down the Triceratons.
Like I used to do like 6-hour shows, man, and like I get nowhere near the viewers I get
and to show
now.
this, they bring out Splinter.
Like it was brutal, man. It was a grind. That's kind of the way this platform works. You got to grind it for a little bit, but once you that's why I figured like I'm just gonna focus on followers, man, because if I focus on sales, I get all start worrying about those metrics. Like that's just not the way this platform works.
He soon discovered their true identities, and due to his weakened state, his body could not take the stress of the revelation, and he collapsed again. So the Neutrons put him in suspended animation, and that's where the turtles saw him. Seeing the turtles' emotional reaction to seeing Splinter caused the Neutrons to let him out and find out what was going on. But before they could talk, the turtles damaged the transmat machine and worked away. The Neutrons were angry at the turtles for this, obviously, as their equipment was destroyed, and were not planning on helping them, but Splinter was able to convince them to change their minds. They were also curious about the turtles since it was their ooze that mutated them. One of the Neutrons explains that around 100 of them came to Earth 20 years ago to observe the planet and its dominant life forms. The drive system on their ship malfunctioned, though, causing them to crash land, and the accident killed 2/3 of their crew, totaled their ship, and left them with no way to contact their homeworld. They salvaged what they could from the crash site and used their exoskeletons to pose as humans until they had enough money to buy a building, which would become the TCRI building. They stripped the inside of the building and began to build an intergalactic communicator and eventually the translocation.
It's funny, I'm reading through this stuff now.
15.5 years ago, Neutrons were transporting the last of their salvage in a truck to the TCRI building. Traffic was heavy, so they decided to take some back roads, and that's when they almost ran over a blind man, and a series of events leading to the creation of the Turtles and Splinter began. At this point, the Neutrons have reestablished regular contact with their homeworld, but their leader asked them to continue their observation.
Yeah, I'm right around this issue.
They established a permanent base, the TCRI building, but the damage the Turtles did caused a power surge in the building that damaged their communicator. This damage destroyed their beam suppression systems and caused their emergency flash to go off. As they can't contact their homeworld, and they're surrounded by the National Guard and police, they have no choice now but to return home.
What this was for?
Receive an alert that the National Guard is about to force entry into
I think it's for.
which is a problem since the transmat.
Because it's all about the transmat device. I don't think that was that show. I didn't think they mentioned that at all until 4.
Neutrons work to fix their machine with the help of Honeycut.
Hey, Dragon. Yeah, I just ran through Mirage, but I'd be happy to run back through it. If you'd like to take a quick peek, I do list everything, like everything we got for sale today is listed in the auction tab. So if you just go to the auction tab and have to search at the top, if you just type Mirage, you can quickly spin through what we got. But I'd be happy to just run stuff for you. But if you have any requests, let me know. We've got some cool, unique Mirage stuff. Like this Paperback Bazaar, for instance, the PBBZ edition, limited to 3,000, about 2006. Oh, sure, yeah. Don't let me interrupt. But yeah, if you want me to show you some stuff, happy to show you stuff. Always happy to show you condition, or if you have any questions about any of this stuff, happy to answer it. We're all about Ninja Turtles over here. Whether you're shopping or not, feel free to always come and hang out with us. Watch what we're watching on TV. Chat about Ninja Turtles. If you go to lookingfortmnt.com, it links to all of our social and our community channels, like our Discord. In our Discord, we do giveaways. We just started doing those. And we do promotions on our social, and there's even promotions on our website. Like you get a coupon code for our website,
after returning
and
to space, the turtles
it'll
have a
give you a percentage off your first purchase.
Before we go to the
But yeah, we
really big story arc.
in our Discord channel, we've got a lot of cool stuff going on. We also coming up for Free Comic Book Day, May 2nd, we'll be in New Hampshire where the Ninja Turtles were created. We'll be hanging out with Jetpack Comics. The guy who owns Jetpack Comics is the dude who ran the convention where Ninja Turtles #1 premiered. And he's been a big supporter of the Turtles pretty much through their whole life, for 40 years. There's going to be a ton of turtle artists there. Not only will we be able to shop, I'll run a show and we'll shop Jetpack Comics, who have a ton of great Turtles inventory and other stuff. We'll also go to the artist tables on Free Comic Book Day and allow you guys to shop with Mirage and Turtles artists who are there. There's Turtles artists and writers come in, new, old. It's going to be a good mix. So definitely bookmark those shows. There's one. The Free Comic Book Day one is on the 2nd, and the pre-show where we just shop Jetpack Comics, the store. I believe it's the 29th. It's 2 days before. It's Thursday.
And getting the cat, which he named Clunk.
Yeah, those shows will be coming up here
Who runs out the back door?
in just a couple weeks.
Mike chases him and
Like I said, it's going to be a big one.
where he sees 3 men sticking up.
We're going to have a lot of fun with those.
And taking their truck.
You can
Which is
shop and experience one of the biggest Free Comic Book Day festivals in the world from the comfort of your home.
And they shoot at him as he takes cover behind a dumpster. The men decide to get into the truck and drive out. And Mike is able to
What other Mirage do I have up on this rack? You do the rack, and then, of course, if there's anything you want me to run, just make a request. We do have this graded in 9.6 white pages as well. We do also have Volume 1, Number 8 graded as 9.8. So we got a few graded Mirage as well. I don't know if you're still there, but I'm always happy to run Mirage.
The men stop and 2 of them go out to check the back. Mike is able to easily take them out, but the third sees what's going on and speeds off. At the last second, Mike grabs the truck, but he's thrown into a parked car. Using his intuition, he's able to predict the path of the truck, and ultimately is able to grab onto it once again.
This thing's
Climbs onto the roof and rolls towards the cab. Mike crushes the cab's roof in, but slides off, and only at the last second able to catch hold of the side mirror. He punches through the front window and pulls the driver out of the cab, which knocks him out. He then takes the truck and starts driving back to the store. But as the truck
guys, we're just running through some Mirage by request right now, but if there's anything you guys want me to run, otherwise, we got tons of IDW Volume 5, Volume 6. This here is Volume 4, Number 1, first printing. It's an excellent condition. If you want me to look at it closer or check out the condition, let me know. But I was going to get that one graded, and I decided I would let it go. It was part of a project I was working on to get every number 1 from every volume. Not necessarily first printing, but like this one is, but tried to get 1 from every volume graded.
As it introduces 2 characters that make numerous appearances throughout many different versions of TMNT. The first is
but I've decided to go in another direction and collect error books, mostly.
The other is a villain named Savanti Romero. This is also a crossover with a character named Cerberus. Future me again. I know now that it's Cerebus and Dave
Casey
Sims
Jones and Raph
Dave
stuff.
Sims, but I'm going to keep making those mistakes throughout this, so
yeah, dude.
I apologize.
I mean,
just you'll have to deal with it.
Yeah, so that was a product I was working on. And like I kind of cheated, like the number 1s, for instance. I have there's the 40th anniversary reproductions of those. So I'm like, well, that's a number 1, and I also have a 4th print number 1. I included the micro series in that too. So like all 4 of the micro series, I got those graded.
Now, one thing I do want to note before covering this issue.
I have the error color special graded too. I don't know if that counts.
He is admitted to grooming a
but the Volume 3 is on its way to Kodiak. I didn't. Volume 2 was one I was missing. The Volume 4 it was going to be this one. It was going to get graded. Volume 5, I've got the RI graded, the RIA.
Even though I found
and Volume 6, I have that shattered variant.
On multiple sites, and it seems to be widely accepted that this is a legitimate statement. I haven't actually been able to find the original article to truly verify that this is an authentic.
So,
even the Wikipedia page talks about how there's
the number 4 tails, like the misprinted details of the 4 on the cover. Want that?
So I do just want to carefully state that I'm not 100% certain this is authentic.
I'm not sure what else
but
I
it
would.
does
What else
seem
do
to
I
be
want?
generally accepted that this is true.
Because Blindside, I
Also,
need the regular issue. I already have the error.
Dave Sims is also horribly misogynistic.
I have the volume 213 backwards staple. I got that.
That's something to be aware of.
Like I said, I've got the error color special. I have that graded and non-graded. I think I got my graded copy from
this issue,
Crew.
but since it's such an important issue,
but that Tails, that's like I said, that's like my grail. That Tails 4, like
really skip it.
it. I've been on the hunt for that one for a while.
Someone like Dave Sims,
I forget what else is there. There's a few. I have a small list on my phone.
I want to state, obviously, there's no indication that Eastman or Laird knew what Sims did.
Oh, I'd love to get that Laird. You're talking about the number 3, the New York Comic Con or whatever. Yeah, I'd love to have that, but I ain't gonna get it. I'll tell you that much. I'm probably priced out of that bad girl.
If also factor that into account when you decide which ones you want to buy. Okay, so the issue begins with Rennet, who's an apprentice time master.
Oh, word. Okay.
Time apprentice.
I did put one of those jetpack aside, so I do have the jetpack error.
Which apparently allows the wielder to travel to any place in time.
Welcome, Cuban.
Fans of the TMNT movies probably
any friend of JC's is a friend of mine. Happy to have you here. Thanks for chilling.
So, as she's about to use the scepter, Rennet is caught by Lord Simultaneous. So she decides to use it and flee and ends up in modern day, which was at the time New York.
But yeah, JC, I've been kind of like downsizing because I ran out of room in here, and I was like, oh man, I gotta like make space somehow. And so I basically sat down and kind of like really thought about like what direction I want to take my collection, and like, so it's one of those things. Like a lot of the reissue figures I had listed, like I had those up on the wall, and I was like, I want like graded books. Like I'd love to fill my walls with graded books where almost all the action figures were, but it'll come around.
But it kind of has that same energy of, someone saying, "Oh, my mom's gonna kill me."
Who told you the Farmer Don?
Because the turtles in the world they grew up in, they take that very.
Oh, Cuban, that's awesome.
So it's fun to see them interact with someone close to their age, as opposed to Splinter, their master, or April and Casey, who are in their 20s.
We've only got a few more Mirage. Well, I guess we got a little bit more.
We then get a little joke.
My Lonely Mikey. Great condition. So the price reflects the condition for sure on that bad boy. But yeah, we started Saturday, or maybe it was Friday, with all 4 of the Micro Series. And I think it's just Mikey now.
As you've noticed, there's a visual contrast between all the other characters and Cerberus. That's because even though Eastman and Laird did the pencils for everything, Sims did the inking.
Yeah, dude.
So it's really as
I get
Cerberus
that.
was transported into a TMNT comic. So Cerberus hired a group of men.
Yep.
And they're alarmed by
the
Fortress Superiors.
Like I made the decision to basically go all TMNT, and like I've considered trade weighting with it, but I don't know. I like going to the comic store because like I like the experience of going to the comic store, even though I never buy anything but Turtles now.
It's here.
I used to basically shop off the rack and build my sub off of whatever was on the rack. But I got out of control. Like I said, I had like 50 or so books I was subscribed to, and I was like, I just didn't have time to read it all. So I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna liquidate it all and go all Turtles.
Guy gathers his forces to go and take the scepter. Rennet breaks up the fight.
Word. Yeah, dude. What happened with me? What finally got me to decide to sell off all my Marvel and DC? I was subscribed to the new Ultimate Spider-Man book. It was on issue, I think, like 16 or 17, and I still hadn't read it. I'd been subbed to it for like a year and a half. I wanted to read it. Looked like a great book. Same with Wolverine. I just never got to it because I had other shit I was interested in reading. Like I was like, that's out of control officially. Like it's been a year and a half, and I have not read the first issue. Like it's like we're gonna let that go.
The turtles, so she got them all here. Cerberus doesn't really care, and he's telling them to leave when the demon guy, or who we now know as Savantino Romero, arrives. They try to hide, but he attacks them, knowing that they're in the area, and he easily takes them all out and takes the scepter from Rennet. which apparently is called the Scepter of the Sands of Time. He's been wanting the scepter for quite a while.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Mara and his troops return to the castle.
it's sometimes, part of me is like happy I did it. Then the other part of me looks at like absolute Batman First Prints, which I had all of and sold for like silly prices, probably went for like $10 or $15 on my first or second show. But I didn't care because I was just like, get this shit out of my house. Like you're paying me to get this stuff to move this stuff away out of my room. But yeah, dude. And now I look at a lot of that absolute Batman and like even Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell. Like I think I still have the second print of Cold Day in Hell in the bit. Buy it now.
The turtles are getting tired of Rennett's drunk ramblings and wonder if they can trust Cerberus. Suddenly, Cerberus returns, saying that he got some men to help them. He told them that Rennet is Myrtle, Queen of the Mystic.
You ain't gonna tell me that, bud.
Tortoises. Sorry.
You know what? We haven't talked about. I've asked so many people, dude. Are you watching Daredevil? And everyone said no. Brian said no. Kodiak's not what. No one's watching fucking Daredevil here. I'm like, guys, what's going on? Like, you don't even like. Brian's like, I don't really do much of the Marvel things. I'm like, just watch Daredevil, man. It's so good right now. But I get it. I guess at this point, if you're not into the Marvel universe, it's like a commitment to catch up, right? Oh, my boy, Raph.
Army has begun their attack. So the army does a frontal assault.
Brad, no worries. A wizard arrives exactly when he intends to, man. Thanks for coming to hang out. Appreciate you. I'm always just happy people stop in. Doesn't matter how long or when. Just good to chill with my dudes. Happy to see you. What day does it drop? Is it Tuesdays or Wednesdays? I usually watch it on Thursdays. But I know it doesn't drop that day.
Quarters and head in that direction. The group of mercenaries is bashing at the front door as our group arrives at a different door that leads into Savanti's room.
Copy.
Savanti enters the dead with a ridiculous spell and sends them to fight the group of armed mercs. The turtles get overzealous and begin their attack loudly, but they Cerberus even run away and then make it into Savanti's quarters with Vince. So the mercenaries
got another micro series here, the number one for the villains. It's an exclusive cover. It's pretty cool. It's got green foil for the lettering at the top.
Savanti once again easily subdues them. But as he thinks about how to kill them, or simultaneously.
Did I say gold? Green lettering.
We learned that Romero was an apprentice god.
It is a wraparound cover. It's an Eastman cover as well. Kind of an interesting take on Krang.
To this timeline. Savanti tries to use the scepter on Lord Simultaneous, but
it is a Jetpack Comics exclusive.
Instead of scepters, the Time Masters now use digital cosmic quartz or a digital.
Welcome in, everybody. Check the show notes for a rundown of our shows and bookmark our free comic book day shows coming up. We've got one on free comic book day, which is May 2nd, and one a couple days before that. We'll be shopping Jetpack Comics in Rochester, New Hampshire, who has an awesome selection of Turtles inventory for the pre-show. And then on Free Comic Book Day, there's going to be a ton of art, Turtles artists and writers there. You can check the show notes in those shows for kind of a rundown of what we'll be doing that day. But basically, we're going to be shopping Jetpack Comics. You guys can, let me know which anything. Basically, a claim show. We'll run through the store, and then on Free Comic Book Day, we'll go to all the Turtles artist tables and writer tables, and you guys can buy from the table or get stuff. Buy stuff and get it signed, whatever you want to do. Just definitely bookmark those shows. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, one's May 2nd. I think the other one's the 29th, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a couple days before Free Comic Book Day, the Thursday before Free Comic Book Day. And if you're just here for the first time, definitely give us a follow. We hold Turtle shows at least 3 times a week. We've got, on the auction side is all our Turtle stuff. There's over 400 Turtle items in there. And the buy it now, it's everything else. There's over 2,000 items in there. If there's anything you'd like me to run, you want to work out a bundle deal or make an offer, just let me know. Otherwise, we're just doing some TMNT and chill, watching some TMNT history on the TV and running some books. And chilling. Big chilling.
He sees Kirby drawing any other jet. Suddenly, the creature he was drawing lifts off the page and goes to
But if there's anything you'd like me to run, like you want me to keep running IDW Volume 5, or you want to take a look at our Mirage, our Slabs, our signed books, just let me know.
Introduces himself and explains that he's not an alien, nor is he there to harm Kirby. Comic book fans probably already recognize who this is, but Kirby is based on the legendary comic artist Jack Kirby, who created or co-created many characters from Marvel and DC, such as the Fantastic Four, the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, if you don't already, definitely give us a follow. We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up for the next month, and it's going to be a fun year for us. If you go to lookingfortmnt.com, there's a link to all our socials and our community. You can kind of stay connected and join our Discord. We do giveaways out of our Discord where you can win free stuff in your next order. And there's a collection showcase channel where you can share your collection, talk about TMNT, in the TMNT channel. Suggestions for the show in the suggestion channel. It's a awesome community of dudes. Feel free to join us and make yourself at home. I said, whether you're buying stuff or not, you're always welcome to hang out with us, chat turtles, watch what we got on TV, lurk, whatever makes you feel, whatever makes you happy, huh? Whatever makes you happy. This is another book with green foil at the top. It's pretty cool. It's the annual for 2012. It's an Eastman cover, black and white. This is the black and white variant. We do also have the regular Eastman variant for this, or Jetpack exclusive Eastman variant for this.
And it can cancel out gravity. So Don uses it to launch some of the creatures away. He keeps using the gauntlet as he keeps fighting, but eventually it stops working. Kirby then draws a giant robot trash compactor type thing, and he can control it with his brainwaves. And he uses it to fight monsters, and him and Don stand at the top. But being a trash compactor, it has limited space, and eventually it's full.
Just, I guess, as you can see, my girlfriend's here or not. She's going to walk. Amy?
He ultimately decides to draw shackles on all of his creations, which soon appear on them, subduing them. The humans thank them, and they decide to head back to the mirror, but notice that it's now shrinking. Kirby tells Don to go through first, and he jumps, but as he plans to turn around and help pull out Kirby, he gets stuck due to the shrinking size. Kirby then pushes his feet and forces him through the portal. Before the portal disappears, a paper airplane flies through it. Don opens it, and there's a note from Kirby. He reads it, and he grows somber and heads back upstairs. Raph is still complaining some more when he arrives, but Don gives him such a bad stink eye that even Raph backs down. He heads into his room and sits down by the window and reads the note again. We can now see the note, which is written on the drawing of Don with the gauntlet. And it says, Don, life is at best bittersweet. Take care of yourself. Kirby. And so that's the end of the issue. I found this one a lot of fun. It's probably my least favorite of the micro series. Not that I think it's bad, but yeah, just I think that they're all good, and the other three are bad. So, but it was a lot of fun.
Love Donnie Micro, great book.
It's a nice tribute to Jack Kirby. If I had to rank this, I'd put this of the ones that were so fun. I'd put the Raph micro series at number 1.
Welcome in, dude. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Check the show notes for info on the show. Give us a follow for regular Turtle shows. We hold them 3 times a week. We got some big shows coming up for Free Comic Book Day. Definitely bookmark those and let me know if I can help you with anything.
But the best part of Leonardo micro series is still yet to come. So, but before that, we get one more one-off story, or at least one-off. Issue 9 is actually a story from the Turtles' past, starring the pre-Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. As you'll notice, the Turtles' bandanas are different. They cover their whole heads instead of just their eyes. Raph and Mike also use different weapons, with Raph using Tonfa, and Mike using a Manriki Gusari. I always forget how to pronounce that. And if you're a fan of the show, you've probably noticed that these are the Turtles that inspired Rise of the TMNT. The issue begins with a man who's in modern clothing, for some reason running around in a battle between samurai in feudal Japan. He notices a flag with some kind of strange symbol that catches his eye for some reason before he's suddenly jolted awake, and he wonders why he keeps having this dream and what it means. We go to Splinter, who's training the younger turtles, but they finish their session. He goes off to meditate. While he's meditating, he feels some kind of presence reaching out to him in the astral plane, but it soon fades away. So the next day, while Splinter is supervising a sparring match between Leo and Raph, and we see they're both using katanas, Splinter is a bit distracted. He's thinking about the presence that he felt yesterday, so he decides to call off the session, and he goes to meditate once more. This time he's actively searching for the presence, and he's ultimately able to make contact with it. The spirit is of an elderly man who lives in Japan.
Oh boy. Hi, sweet pea. That's funny. I just went out looking for you. I was like, Amy? That's how I could tell if you're good. So, Amy?
Also, if I mispronounce it, so please let me know.
How you doing, sweetie?
Obviously,
Are you? I just got your text. Are you down there yet?
The clan's not going to come up in the future video.
I got the text. I just replied to you.
But
That's okay. Yeah, I was really on the fence about it, and like I said, if there's a ton of people there, I'm not trying to be in a crowd right now. That's not my bag. Give me anxiety being around a bunch of dinguses.
So, Hatsumi is about to die, and he needs to pass the spirit.
Oh yeah, I texted you back. I gotcha. See, now that I've got this other phone, I can actually use my actual phone while I'm running shows. I don't have to,
He therefore wants to pass it
I
on
don't have to
or at least give him the choice.
not have a phone during the shows. The iPhone was a good investment. We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now, babe. Sasha's going to be super famous when we're done. Speaking of which, where is she?
He does warn Splinter.
She's probably in the closet.
that he only has around 10 hours to live.
Did she? Hold on. Let's get her. Let's see if she'll come. Sasha, baby.
Splinter agrees anyway.
Come on, come on.
So now Hatsumi or Splinter
Come on, sweet pea.
gathers the turtles to search for his son and grandson. He does not tell them
She's
where
not in the
they're
closet.
going.
Sash!
He simply vaguely states
Ugh.
they're going to save him.
I'll just leave the door open. I hate when she does this. 'Cause I'm like, where the hell is she? She's really good at hide and seek. I know. I shut the door because I like having her around during the shows, but when you're here, she's in and out, in and out, in and out. Like if you go to the bathroom, she's trying to go in the bathroom with you, or if she hears a sound out there, the door open or close, she thinks someone's coming in, and it's like I have to, it's tough for me to manage her, and because I have to keep getting up, opening the door for her, and then letting her back in 2 seconds later, and that happens every 5 minutes, consistently. So her neuroses are tough to manage while I'm trying to run the show. But when she comes in and chills, like I said, you're not here right now, so like she doesn't have any distractions. She's not wondering what you're doing all the time. Because she likes to be around me, but she wants to be with you. She's always interested in what Mama's doing. She's not neurotic. Yeah, get out of here. She's like the most neurotic dog I've ever met. But we love her for that,
Raph and Don go, and they happen to stumble upon a group of men who are planning to assassinate Hatori.
She's particular.
Head of assassins once the cook serves food and leaves, and they're doing this to take control of Kenji's crime syndicate, which I assume is something.
JC said hello to you, Amy. I don't know if you saw it.
And this is where some of their inexperience come into play. This being technically their first field mission, because this was.
Yeah, you be careful with JC. He's a moderator. He's got power here.
So Raph accidentally says quartet of assassins instead of quintet. So
yeah, we don't ban people here at the Looking for TMNT show. You gotta really, really, really piss me off to ban you.
And he has Leo wait on standby with him. So the three
Your life would be miserable if I didn't have these shows, and you know it. Yeah, she loved when I started doing whatnot. She's like, "Oh, this is nice. He's not bugging me all the fucking time." Brad. We have fun here.
Shield his son from the gunfire as Leo takes out the assassin. But Kenji is fatally wounded and dies. Hattori grieves his father, but he then soon notices the turtles and Hatsumi splinter. Hatsumi tells the turtles to go and block any entrances so he can talk to Hattori alone, whether they think that there are no more assassins. Hattori thinks he is hallucinating, but Hatsumi explains who he is and why he.
You haven't been in a while, sweetie. It's good to see you.
Gosei clan symbol, which is the same.
Used to be in and out all the time when I first started.
Places his hands on him and explains that he can give him the family life force, but that Hattori must choose it. Hattori hesitates
Because you're not looking hard enough. If you must know.
Hattori the spirit, which contains the lives,
like Rafiki says, look harder. There you go. Remember that when he's looking in the puddle? Look harder. Yeah, it's front and center. I kind of changed the setup a little bit. It's a work in progress. Like I said, I like I liked having the pinball machine there, but it was always a little precarious with the graded comics and the pinball machine. That kind of, you know. So I basically started with, it's all stuff that, you know, our friends have sent us, like Blue Jack did the art for these. Brian sent me that. You got me the Cheddar Shredder. Han Cholo got me the comb. And this Brian got me. It says, looking for TMNT is the Casey to my Raph. And there's the Casey over there, and there's the Raph. What else we got in here? We got all sorts of fun stuff. You see do you see that I put your cards in the back there? Oh yes, you did the follow sign. The comb is fun. I like the comb.
And then we're gonna follow a chain of events.
So if you look on the second shelf in the back, there's the cards that you've given me. The vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle greeting cards that you give to me randomly every couple of months. How many of these do you have, by the way? They are super cool. I don't know where she got them, but you know, if I'm having a bad day or she just wants to, you know, whatever, she'll come in and be like, oh, what? I'll come in and there's a card sitting on my desk. I'll open it up and they're legit vintage, like from the 80s Ninja Turtle cards.
It still maintains a lot of its comedy elements throughout it, and it's always going to be inherently ridiculous. And it really doesn't take that full seriousness turn until City at War.
I tried to kind of make it so, like, people. I like. Kind of like that thing at the top you asked me about the other day, man. I like having stuff that people are like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, oh, it's this. And they're like, oh. You are super thoughtful. I appreciate you very much. And your thoughtfulness. I do have a mug up there. If you look on the left, there's a vintage turtle mug. On the left, furthest to the left shelf. Yeah, that one's a good one. That's another Amy. She gets me really cool vintage stuff. I've got some other stuff at the bottom there. Like I got a vintage puzzle. There's the Burger King. I'm way ahead of you, kid. Welcome to the Mind Meld, though. We're talking about the same show. You got me the vintage mug. I thought I said that, but you got me the vintage mug. You got me. There's the puzzle. What else have we got over there? We go the Burger King. The Burger King bag. Yeah. I didn't want to talk about the alarm clock. The alarm clock fell and is now broken, which bums me out because that was a really cool present and I liked it. So I kind of don't like looking at the alarm clock. It makes me sad. Yeah, it's because the fucking leg broke off of it. Yeah, it's a bummer. You can tell I'm actually upset about that. I didn't even tell you about it because I don't want to talk about it. I actually did want to use that as like a legit alarm clock now, and I put it up on that shelf. I was walking to get you-know-who one day, Miss Sasha hiding in the back there, and I bumped the shelf, fell, boom, done. I was super upset. Oh shit! You guys want me to run stuff? Like, am I supposed to sell stuff? I forget. What do we do here? I'm a Twitch streamer now, so you know I say LFG. What else do I say? I don't know. But yeah, I'm a Twitch streamer now, so I don't actually have to sell anything. I'll make all my money through my Twitch subscriptions.
running the open streets.
Oh yeah, dude. LFG. Let's fucking go. That's like
We then see
it means let's fucking go.
we're dressed differently from the main forces. They're sporting.
Brad, dude, if you do, I get sidetracked talking to people. So like, if you do want me to be running stuff, just let me know. And like, let me know what run or volume or whatever you want me to run. I feel bad thinking that people are sitting here like, when is he gonna fucking run things? Like, just let me know and I'll run whatever you want. But I appreciate you, Brad. And it's a good call, man. It's gonna be an awesome day. There's gonna be a lot of selection, and like I said, I'm gonna be running around that. It's gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be wild. Have fun.
Leo's exhausted at this point, and he stands up, and we see that he's surrounded by dozens of foot ninja down.
Yeah, Brad. I got a full list of who will be there. That's committed to being there. Don't 100% count on this, or I would not count on it, and then if it does work out, then it's a great surprise. But I'll give you the list here, and then I'll tell you why I'm saying that. So right now it's Steve Levine, Jim Lawson, Eric Talbot, Ben Bishop, Tom Waltz, Mateo Santaloco, and there's some other artists, like TMNT artists there. That's not the full list. If you go to Jetpack Comics Facebook page, they do have the full list, but there's a few other artists who have done mostly covers for TMNT, but they are TMNT, they've done art for TMNT. Like Vero Stewart is one who's local to New Hampshire. One of the Portsmouth Minicon exclusives, she did that. So the guy who owns Jetpack Comics and is running the Free Comic Book Day has been supporting the Turtles since the beginning in the 80s. He ran the convention where Turtles #1 premiered. So he's been there for the whole ride. He's a really cool dude. I don't know if he'll hang out with us because he's that cool. But either way, it's probably the retailer, I would argue, with the most Turtles history behind it, and who supported the franchise the most throughout its 40-year existence. That's how we do it. Great to see you, dude. Doing wonderful, dude. But Brad, before I forget, the one thing is, you never know, because he does do this. Like, Peter Laird might show up. Like, he lives around there. He did for the Portsmouth Minicon. He wasn't supposed to be there, and he just showed up. And that's happened a few times since. So we're all kind of hopeful that he'll decide he wants to sign stuff that day, but no guarantees. And like I said, I not count on it. So if it does happen, it's like a great surprise. But if he does, that's what dude, I'm saving money for Free Comic Book Day because I have to front the money for everything you guys buy. So I'm real nervous Peter's going to be there, and people are going to be like, I'm going to have to sell $6,000 worth of signatures or some shit. It's going to be wild if I'm the only dude who maybe has ever had Peter Laird on Whatnot. We got a weird.
They're about to be dragged down from their highest point to their lowest points.
JC, I had that idea. The reason I decided against using that, the image there, is because the way the thumbnails actually crop, there's no way to get that square image into the rectangle. You're going to cut off some of the faces. I could make it really small. It's just the dimensions are all messed up for that. So I'd have to kind of totally rework that. And I was like, that's just too much work. You know what I mean? Check the show notes for Christ's sakes.
Leo is winning most of these.
But Vets, I'm doing awesome, man. Sorry, I got distracted.
But he's getting slowly worn down.
Oh, yeah. And you know what, JC? It's not like it'd even be hard. Basically, I would just open paint, cut each of those little squares, and then paste them back in a rectangle. I ain't doing that shit, man. You do it. You know how Microsoft Paint works. You do it. You send it to me. And in return, I'll sell you some stuff at Free Comic. No, I'm just kidding. But man. I thought about it. I was like, this is a lot of work. And even then, they're not going to perfectly fit in the rectangle. So it would just be a nightmare. So,
layouts were mostly.
and I even looked up the dimensions for what dimensions that crop is. I could not figure it out. It was a pain in the ass. So I thought about just doing text and not doing their faces, like the images. But that looks kind of bland. So I kind of
there's not a lot of dialogue.
I'm still working on what exactly I'm going to do with that.
It's all visual storytelling.
I might just take the image we have and overlay some text on it and just like have some names on there and be like, and more, you know. You've never used Microsoft Paint?
We see it recreated
Bro.
in the TMNT movie.
What?
But they swap
How do you make it through life without ever using Microsoft Paint?
Recreated more faithfully.
You just never had to use it, huh? What's up, Big Con? Just good to see you, dude. Yeah. Should I JC though, or should I just keep it stealth the way that I've been? You know what I mean? Like I let you, like you, if you're in the know, then you know. If you're not, you should have hung out with us. You know? I don't know how I feel about that whole thing. I'm not really trying to maximize my sale, man. Like I said, I'm nervous. I'm gonna have to end up spending 10 grand in fucking signatures or something silly like that. I'm like, I'm not. If you guys just show up and you guys shop and I'm done, that's fine by me.
The Turtles took out the first wave of foot. But Splinter mentioned
Yeah, I'm torn, man. I'm torn. Because I think that, you know, doing the if you know, you know thing is cool. And it'll be one of those things like if people missed out, that's not the end. Like I'm going to do Granite Con. I'm going to do Heroes Con. I'm going to do other events that, you know what I mean? Like this is just the beginning. It's not the end. So keeping it like that may be more effective ultimately in the future than just trying to rush sales that day. You know what I mean? I don't know. The bank. Yeah, dude. It's one of those things like I thought about it the other day. I'm like, man, if they're doing $50 a signature and I get 100 people buying stuff, like that's a lot of money to front, you know? And then if people start canceling or this and that, it's like, that's going to be a whole mess. But I love this project and I love our customers, so I'll take the risk. But yeah, and it's funny. That's not even my worst fear. My worst fear is just that I'm going to run out of money for you guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I could probably do about 10K, but I would not be happy about having to spend that and having to wait for Whatnot to clear it all. But that's probably where I'll cut it off. I'll be like, all right, we're done. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna go chill with the Mirage Arts. I'm gonna go get a beer with Steve Levine again. That'll be fun.
After his battle cry, Casey takes out a few Foot Clan members. The three healthy turtles then join in. April and Splinter with Leo try to find a way out, but we see the fire exit has been blocked, meaning that the only exit is the front door, which is where Shredder and the Foot are sitting.
Yeah.
Casey even actually manages to land a hit on Shredder in this exchange, surprisingly. I mean, it probably is.
It's worth it to bring the experience to you guys. It may be some risk associated with it, but I would take that risk 100 times over to give you guys the sort of experience I'm hoping to give you with it, where it's like you basically get to experience the whole festival right from your phone. You can shop stuff. Like I said, you know, I'm trying to keep all the prices as fair as I can too. So like, obviously Whatnot's going to charge me a fee and a transaction fee, and I have to pay for the shipping supplies. And so like, I basically put it on a sliding scale where I'll add 10% to 30% to whatever the asking price or list price is. But the higher amount you spend, the lower I will lower that percentage. Like I'm just trying to basically have it be a sliding scale. So like if you spend $10, you know, it'll be the 30%. You'll end up spending $13. But if you're spending $500, I'll do the 10%. I might even do 5%. I'll do whatever I feel like if you're spending that kind of money. It's more about like having a lot of little sales that if I sell, you know, I basically would take a loss on if I sold them for like what they're being offered for at the show, obviously, because I have to pay Whatnot's fees and ship it to you. So it's, you know, Like, I'm not even counting my time in any of that. Like, that's not a thing. I just need to make sure it's like sustainable. My partners get their portion and yada yada. Dude, if you decide to do that, hit me up. We can chill. I was gonna chill with JC before he had something come up. I'm looking for people to chill with from the Whatnot project. I got a lot of friends up there. I can introduce you to some turtle dudes, and it'll be a great time. Should I run this Ghostbusters book, or what do you guys think? I don't know. I wanted to run it at one point. Clearly, it's up on the thing. But yeah, this is going to be me for the next couple weeks. I'm probably going to run stuff really slow and just talk about our free comic book day festival. It's going to be fun. But if you want me to run stuff faster, if you guys want me to run anything from a particular volume, I can run through it real quick. Or if you want to make an offer or anything, bundled deals, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll just. Other than that, I'm going to slowly or chill in a chill way run stuff. And
she's also sacrificed a lot.
I'm going to TMNT and chill.
Which affected her social life and her ability to run a shop, and even rent out and renovate her apartment spaces. Then, losing that building due to an attack by their enemies, it would be a lot for anyone to deal with, and her having these feelings is completely understandable. April manages to get herself out of bed. She sits down in a chair and begins writing in a journal about what happened since they arrived.
So as of right now, guys, we'll probably give it about another 15 minutes or so. But if you haven't already, go to lookingfortmnt.com. The way my username is spelled. We have all our community channels, our social channels there. Hop in the Discord. We're now doing giveaways, free giveaways from our Discord. You just need to react to the giveaway bot, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. And this one, you'll get a free cool bonus book with your next order. But we also have, a community collection showcase channel where you can share your collection. A lot of cool dudes in there talking turtles, sharing turtle stuff, knowledge. It's grown into be a great community, and we'd love to have you guys. Feel free to come hang out anytime.
April's thinking about losing everything in the fire and wonders how.
Yeah, we're slowly building up. We had our 1,000 followers celebration shows a couple weeks ago. Those were great. So we just launched our Twitch today. This is our first time going live on Twitch. We're multicasting to both YouTube and Twitch, and eventually we'll do Facebook as well. If you're on Facebook, definitely give us a follow. It's just looking for TMNT again. We're looking for TMNT everywhere.
Finally, on February 15th, he gets the hot water heater.
Even Twitter.
On February 17th, April's feeling pretty depressed. She mentions how bad it's gotten.
Yeah, like I said, another 10 minutes or so, 6:30 Eastern time. We'll probably wrap it up, unless there's people who want me to stay on to run stuff for them or anything like that. I'm happy to oblige, but let's see how much time's left on this, actually. Oh, it's probably a lot. I think it's a 4-hour video.
April saw him training one time, and he was.
Oh, it's not going to even show me that? Okay. Oh, so be it.
She laments how everyone is isolating themselves, but she's doing the same thing, admittedly. They need each other, but no one is taking the first step to reach out. On March 2nd, April mentions how Raph has everyone.
But thanks for hanging out, guys. I really appreciate you joining, hanging out at the show. Always feel free to come here, whether you're shopping or not, and just hang out, watch what we're watching, chat turtles. I said you go to lookingfortmnt.com. Has just like my username is spelled. You'll find our social community channels and socials. Join the Discord. We do giveaways from the Discord. We do spoilers for inventory. The Discord users know what inventory we're going to be listing first, and they get sneak peeks, all that sort of fun stuff. Website does have a coupon code for first-time buyers as well. So definitely check that out. Give us a follow. We hold turtle shows at least 3 times a week, and we're going to have a huge free comic book day show coming on May 2nd, where we'll be coming to you live from Jetpack Comics in New Hampshire, where the turtles were born. You'll be able to shop Jetpack Comics and then the Free Comic Book Day Festival, where a ton of Mirage artists and other newer turtle artists and writers will be in attendance. So we're gonna bring that experience to your phone or laptop, whatever you watch this on.
Relating their current state to winter, and that training will bring them to spring. Now in the next month.
Who's this guy talking?
April reflects on her near-death experience.
Who's this guy?
She realizes that the people in her life are more important.
The world famous J.T. Galen.
That night they sit by a fire out in the woods with something who reflects on their experiences.
You know what, dude? You see that as a joke, but I thought about going out to Dover and just doing a stream like from the so like Dover has like a monument, like a sewer that's like a monument to the turtles, and there's some other cool stuff out there. Unfortunately, the house that they were living in when they created the turtles was bulldozed, so like it's just an empty lot now. But we could go look at the empty lot. I just was like, oh well, that's not like I'm not gonna be able to run anything, so like maybe I'll just do it on Twitch. Like I just set up the Twitch today. We're live on Twitch right now. We're also live on YouTube, so I can leverage those to do whatever I want. You know, like we multicast. We'll always multicast our shows. We'll end up going live on Facebook too once we hit 100 followers there. But
when the turtles give April breakfast in bed, does it show her?
Yeah, maybe I'll do that because we're doing the Jetpack show Friday, where we shop Jetpack's just a store, and then Saturday is going to be shopping the artist tables and whatever whatever else is there. So Friday I still have kind of open. I could go to Dover. It's only about 15 minutes, half hour away. No, the week of it'll be May 2nd. So Free Comic Book Day is always the first Saturday in May. This year it's May 2nd. So the first show I have scheduled for Thursday that week, Thursday before May 2nd. Like I said, that one will be it's going to be a later night show. I'm going to be basically running around Jetpack after they close and have free reign of the place. Running whatever you guys want, checking out whatever you guys want. It's going to be fun. You guys can watch me play pinball if you want. I think that might be fun for you guys just to watch me play pinball. But we're going to do whatever we want. Sell some stuff. Laugh a little. Live a little. You know, what we do.
As we can see from a lot of their commentaries and later interviews and stuff.
I thought he was speaking Russian or something. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but
despite how well they got along in the beginning.
Arrow had a fit. That's funny, bud. You know what I was picturing, dude? I was like, he just fell off his fucking board. Why is he chatting while he's on his board? Don't smoke it tight. Happy 420, everybody. Oh, shit, JT. How's your day going, buddy? It's probably pretty busy, huh? Are you working today? It would be smart to have taken the day off, I bet. Amy's down at a little festival down the road. Ah, attaboy. Smart man. That's like working retail and taking Black Friday off. Clever.
But enough to where they no longer work together to the same extent. And even though they would collaborate on the later Return to New York and City of War arcs, their unique style of really working on each page together. And so this is kind of the start where, most likely due to busy schedules,
interesting,
we see Eastman and Laird starting to write issues by themselves.
Well, I'm sure your employees are happy about that. I would be preparing for the storm if that were me. I'm like, oh god.
It was so much better when they were ready together. Additionally, there's also going to be
okay, it makes sense. Yeah.
Comics written by neither of them.
Yeah, Amy's down the road at like some little festival. So it's obviously it's not legal here, but the Delta stuff is very popular. My girlfriend's niece currently lives with us, and she works at a vape store that's holding like a 420 festival. I mean, they're all selling like THCA, THCP, Delta, 8. You know what I mean? But dude, it's so weird here, dude.
They were both good at what they were bad.
It's super weird. Like it's still kind of heavily criminalized here. And then on top of that, but like what's weird is like it's the law is, if they hit you with the book, it sucks, but they don't really enforce anything. There's a guy who sets up on a street corner with a table with a bunch of, real stuff, and he just sells it on the street corner like that. And I'm like, how does this guy not get hit? You know what I mean? They just don't care. That's one of those things.
And so we get to see what each is capable on their own, but they're not exactly as good as the issues that they wrote together. At least not yet.
Yeah, dude. And what's funny is I went up to him and I was like, oh, like maybe I'll get like a pre-rolled thing for, and I was like, is this like Delta? And he goes, oh no, man, this is the real stuff. And I was like, what? Like, I was like, I don't believe you. I'll buy that. And then I bought it. And I was like, yeah, he was right. What the fuck? How's he getting away with that? No.
And so this is a canon story, as it was written by Mirage employees, Michael Dooney and Steve Levine. So we will cover it here.
That's funny, dude.
I'm going to do the 2 layered issues first.
That's funny, dude.
I'm going to do the 2 Eastman issues. And then I'm going to do issue 13. So if you want to keep track at home, it's going to be the order we're going to go in is issue 12, issue 15, issue 14.
JT, now that we're on Twitch, we multicast to Twitch and YouTube and eventually Facebook, but we're on Twitch. What I'm going to do is set my PlayStation up on the TV, and we'll stream turtle games like JC will, or someone, whoever. Well, JC's agreed to do it, which is awesome for Splintered Fate. We'll stream the us playing the game, and then like we'll have the like room code so people can join, pop in and pop out. I think it'll be kind of fun. And like I'll just run stuff and like maybe hop in and play a little bit and then hop back out, kind of thing. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Always trying to find like different layers of shit to do with this,
Also, a side note, one thing I like about Mirage is how the turtles are massive pigs, but they eat everything except pizza. Now, this issue obviously came out before the 87 cartoon premiered and established that character trait, but it's something that remains even after the show starts. They eat pretty much everything except pizza, and it's hilarious. Back to the story. We see a man running to the clearing that they're in, and he falls over. He explains that his name is Michael Murphy, and that he's a grad student.
A couple more minutes, guys, and then we'll see if there's anyone fun we can raid. So stick around for that. Don't forget to bookmark the free comic book day shows, May 2nd, and then I think it's the 29th. We'll be coming to you live from New Hampshire, where the Turtles were born. We'll be on Free Comic Book Day. We'll be connecting you guys with Mirage artists, IDW artists and writers. We'll make sure you guys can shop their booths. And then, of course, I'm sure there will be, I know there will be other vendors there. Once we kind of get through all the signature stuff and turtle artists, we can pop over to people's booths and see if we can help you guys fill any collections or runs, or see if there's anything you guys are interested in there. So definitely bookmark those shows. They're going to be big, but I hope not too big because I have to front the money for it all. But we're going to have fun. It'll be worth it.
Mostly stereotypical survivalist types, but their leader's an imposing former soldier named Skunk. And the group are all armed with pretty heavy...
We can't. Unless we're all in the same room. The way to do it, once upon a time, was the Cowabunga collection, but the online's broken. Like, it's one of those things where, like, I've tried to play that game with so many people, and every time they're like, well, let's just try it. I'm like, okay, man. I did that with JC. He was like, well, let's just try it. I was like, okay, yeah. If it works, fucking, it's going to be awesome. But it doesn't. It sucks, dude. Because, like, you can tell, like, it used to work or whatever, but now it's just, like, it sucks. Yeah, it sucks, man. It is a huge bummer. And I wonder if it's like a licensing thing, like they didn't pay the license, so. But it's not been delisted, and it's even on like PlayStation Plus, so I don't understand what's going on with that game at all.
The Turtles argue for a bit, and Splinter
yeah.
He agrees that they try to defuse the
bomb. Yeah, you are correct. I don't know of any other iteration of Turtles in Time, like that game was not meant to have netcode. Like, I'm surprised any of those games ever worked. You know, I would love to know what the experience was like playing those games online, even when the matchmaking and stuff worked, because they weren't built for that, and they probably, you know, a lot of those games, especially the arcade ones, like they were meant to eat kids' quarters. Like they're fucking hard, man. You need to know, like, you need to be like frame perfect on stuff for a lot of things, like 1 second frame perfect moves. That's not gonna like translate with this crappy netcode these guys seem to have built.
Mike fights and disarms the other man.
Right? Did they though? That's what I'm curious. Like, did it work? Did it work well at the beginning? Like, I suspect it was always shitty, and then they were like, "Well, no one's gonna miss this."
Also, as you may have noticed, they keep calling Splinter a dog. This is another.
What one is it? Those are the guys who make the multi-cabs, right? Or they make the like stand-ups.
So this was kind of acknowledging that and poking fun at it.
I'll have to look into that.
So Splinter tries to talk down Skunk, who opens fire on him. They fight and Splinter does win, but you have to remember Mirage Splinter is useless, so Skunk tells him,
"I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye."
And he does it and escapes. He heads back to the crap bunker. Before he arrives,
okay.
Don finds the
They're like in Walmarts and stuff, right?
And avoids a crossbow trap.
I feel like that's where I always see those.
He finds the bomb, and then we finally see the 2 remaining survivalists walking across the river when, like badasses, Leo and Raph pop up out of the water and take them.
You know, one of the only reasons I haven't got one of those already is the sticks look like shit. I mean, I used to play fighting games. I used to run fighting game tournaments. Like, I can tell a good stick from a mile away. Hold on a second. Amy? Hello?
Oh,
that's creepy. I don't like that. Oh, yeah, you are. Come on, Papa. Come on, Sasha. You gonna stay in the closet? Okay. I heard rustling out there, and I was like, what's going on out there? It was Sasha rustling around in her closet.
These weirdos are saying to Don runs out and tells them to take cover.
Which SF so Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition?
In an epilogue, we find out that Michael is okay and recovering in the hospital, and that Don removed the bomb's plutonium core, greatly reducing its blast rate.
Yeah, dude, I used to run Street Fighter tournaments.
So, I think this
and like other fighting games too.
As far as
that's rad.
Go, this is one of the better ones, if not the best one. For a writing standpoint, and I like seeing the Turtles use their stealth as, you know, like in a straight up fight, they're obviously outgunned.
Dude, I mean, honestly, I mean, having a cabinet is fun. I mean, I get that whole thing too, but the way to do that, man, get a fucking wrap, you know what I mean? Like a real arcade pro stick, or like people don't know, like Mad Catz used to make some really nice sticks, but you like just buy a stick and get the Cowabunga collection on PlayStation, play it that way, you know what I mean? But I get it, like cabinets are cool, man, like.
Layered Acceleration is issue 15. Or Don't Do. And this is a story of the Turtles meeting and helping
what?
Retired super.
It has a wait. You can play light gun games on it. It has a CRT. Are you actually playing with a gun, or are you playing with a stick?
Is it all this wear and tear you see was real?
So it's a CRT.
Older and kind of like a silver.
Maybe that's how they keep costs down. That's weird, man. Like it has to be a CRT.
He used it as a coaster, hence the coffee stain. Ripped it up, put it on the floor of his car.
A Sinbad. I don't know what that is.
Just really put some wear and tear into it, so it looked like an old comic book. He then scanned that damaged version and used it as a cover. That's a lot of meticulous work, and it's why I love these guys so much.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
So, the issue begins with Raph, Mike, and Don browsing.
Interesting.
Casey accidentally bumps into a short man.
So I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but I used to be the owner of not the owner of the back half, but I owned the video game section at Jetpack Comics. So basically all the inventory was mine. I bought all the shelving, built out that part of the store, you know, ran and you know, had thousands of games, and basically had a whole operation. Tuesday nights I'd run like video game night where like kids could come in and just play whatever. They could take stuff off the shelves, bring it into the game room, and play it on. I had like every console set up in there, and then I ran like tournaments on like Thursdays or Fridays. But I cannot. I had to put a. I stopped telling people and just put a disclaimer on the light guns, like will not work with a flat screen TV. Like so many people come back and try to return their $5 light gun or whatever. That I was like, oh, like this became like a headache. You know what I mean? Like people don't like they don't work with flat screens. The old ones anyway. But light guns will work with it. I thought it had to have a cathode ray tube because it needs to bounce off the back or something.
Steve takes the guys to his home in the suburbs of Northampton.
Fascinating.
Leo and Mike have now the door unlocks, and when the group enters, they find some of the other Justice Force members. Zippy Lad, a wheelchair-bound.
Yeah, dude.
Joke writes itself.
Technology. You know who I really think like stuff like that is fascinating to me. You know, like Nintendo is a really fascinating. Like what they do with technology is really interesting to me. Like they'll use like super old tech and like improve it to like to bring it to its logical conclusion, and they save a ton of money on manufacture that way. The 3DS was like that. It used it had no multi-touch because it was a resistive touchscreen, basically what Palm Pilots had back in the day. They took that technology and made it like the best it could possibly be, without just going with like I forget what the other one's called. There's resistive, and then the smartphones, you know, currently have a is it capacitive touchscreen? Oh, it's been so long.
Suddenly, a woman who we learn is Battle Bernice arrives and takes out the Domebot. We then learn that apparently Dr. Dome was a member of the Justice Force and that he was in love with Battle Bernice and planned this attack to get her attention. He left the group, but she never returned to the
Interesting.
since she herself was in an
You guys got me running past when I said I was going to stop again. You know, I have a really hard time ending these shows when we're chilling. I realize I have not run anything for almost 20 minutes. Uh-huh.
If it was Eastman, I would probably assume it's a typo, but since it's Laird,
the chat's more fun than making money to me.
Amanda is Bernice's daughter. After Amanda chews out Dr. Dome, Steve wants to give him a second chance and invites him to live with him in Metalhead, which he accepts. Which is weird because in Volume 4...
That's cool, man.
So just
that's cool.
A few seconds if you don't want to hear.
That's a cool thing to do.
Steve and Metalhead become pretty big.
You're just a cool guy, huh?
Dr. Dome's nowhere to be seen. In the epilogue, Raph and Mike wonder if Dr. Dome will be able to redeem himself. And Mike says that time heals all wounds. Or at least I think it's Mike. I mean, like I said, when they're not carrying their weapons, you can never really know for sure. So this is
that makes sense. I know rail shooters were really popular for the Wii. There's a Resident Evil rail shooter, I think.
The survivalist one, because it doesn't really feel like a TMNT story to me. It just kind of feels like a superhero issue. This is kind of the problem that I sometimes have with Laird's writing style, is that he goes into these concepts that kind of diverge away from what TMNT is. But,
Alright guys, we'll run through the slabs one more time. All the turtle stuff we got today is in the auction tab. Everything else is in the buy now. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Run through the slabs, and then I'm either going to chill and chat for a while, or we'll wrap up the show. I haven't decided.
Anyone who enjoys these old stories will probably enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it, just not as much.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up. Everyone's popping out anyway. Thanks for chilling, guys. Always great to see you. I love you all. JC, what are you gonna do? Wait, you're getting off. Hit me up. Blah, 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 blah. I never do this. I never read the shit out loud.
In which case, April play a central role. So in the Ultimate Collection, Laird mentions that he's not a big.
Oh, JC, you're not even gonna need to use Twitch, buddy. You're just gonna hit 2 buttons on the PlayStation Party, and you'll go. I'll be able to watch your screen basically, and that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, it's gonna be so easy, dude. You don't even have to worry about Twitch at all. I'll worry about the Twitch. No, we're gonna play. We're gonna play. I'm actually gonna probably message you like 5 minutes after I'm done this. So I was about to ask you what you're doing.
He's also thinking about how much he misses.
But then I decided, well, I'll read what he said first. But I'm still. It's a mystery. What? Oh, that always gets me, man. Welcome to the Awards Club, Arrow. You can do that just by watching some shows. Bradham, great to see you, dude. Hope you have a great night. Yeah, it's going to take me about 5-10 minutes to tear down the show.
So
Um,
he gets frustrated, keeps interjecting.
So I will hit you up in the new video game channel I will make within the next 5 to 10 minutes per your request.
But he's cagey, obviously he can't leave alone. And he starts investigating on his own.
Let's see who we got to raid, guys. I'm not even fucking looking at it. We will see you tomorrow for our action figure show. Thanks, guys. Love hanging out with you guys. So let's see. Suggested. Let's see new sellers. Let's raid someone who's new with no one in their thing.
Saying that he spent all night looking. His car broke down 2 miles back.
I don't know, this guy?
April then
Woo!